Sound studio is Labor for Learning. Labor for Learning. Desmond Decker. Labor for Learning. Desmond Decker. Ready when you're ready. We see then how far the monuments of wit and learning are more durable than the monuments of power or of the hands. For have not the verses of Homer continued 2,500 years or more without the loss of a syllable or letter, during which time infinite palaces, temples, castles, cities have been decayed and demolished? You have a speaker. Okay. Learning is better than silver or gold. If they're going to use it, I would like to think so, but no, they're just eating. They're not. Nothing else is happening. Regular program. I'm not sure. Talk to Mrs. Okay. All right. Knowledge is power, and we learn to Let's go, studio. It's the International Decade of Healthy Aging, the International Decade of Ecosystem Restoration, the International Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development, the Decade of Action for Road Safety, and the UN International Decade of Indigenous Languages. It's the ninth day of the third month of 2023, the International Year of Millets. A millet is a cereal grown in warm countries and regions with poor soils, bearing a large crop of small seeds, which are chiefly used to make flour. 2023 is also the International Year of Dialogue as a guarantee of peace. Here in Jamaica, the month of March is being observed, and also in month Endometriosis Awareness Month and Salt Awareness Month. And in the UK, March is also Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, which is also Women's History Month. That's March. March is also Women's History Month. It's Baron Bliss Day in Belize. Hoy es jueves, el 9 de marzo 2023, y les saludamos en cualquier parte del mundo que nos están escuchando en este momento. Estamos muy agradecidos por el don de la vida y el privilegio de servirles en otra edición de su programa Both Sides of the Story, ambos lados de la historia. Nunca vamos a tomar su audiencia por sentado, porque sabemos que ustedes tienen otras opciones y esta es la razón por la cual jamás olvidamos darle las gracias por elegir Both Sides of the Story, ambos lados de la historia, de lunes a viernes desde las 2 hasta las 5 de la tarde, aquí en Power 106 FM. La misión continúa para educar, capacitar, iluminar y estimular el espíritu empresarial. Bienvenidos. Come back. C'est jeudi le 9 mars 2023 et nous vous saluons tous qui nous écoutez où que vous soyez dans le monde. Nous sommes reconnaissants du don de la vie ainsi que du privilège d'être votre service par une nouvelle édition de votre programme Both Sides of the Story. Le pour et le contre. Nous ne considérons pas votre fidélité comme elle nous soit parce que nous savons que vous avez l'embarras du choix. C'est pourquoi nous n'oublions jamais de vous remercier de choisir d'écouter Both Sides of the Story, le pour et le contre, du lundi au vendredi de 2h à 5h de l'après-midi sur notre antenne Power 106 FM. Nous continuons notre mission d'éduquer, d'habiliter, d'éclairer et d'encourager l'esprit d'entreprise. Bienvenue. Come back. All we're saying is it's Thursday, the 9th of March, 2023, and we greet you well, wherever in the world you are listening to us right now. We remain eternally grateful for the gift of life, and the privilege to serve you on yet another edition of your program, Both Sides of the Story. We don't ever take your listenership for granted because we know you have choices. And that's why we never ever forget to remember to say thanks for choosing to listen to both sides of the story Monday to Friday, 2 to 5, right here on Power 106 FM. The mission continues to educate, empower, enlighten, and encourage entrepreneurship. Welcome. You can go to the break, student. Yeah. I'm hearing here. You can turn it.
Everybody. That's why life is better with you. Download the app today. This broadcast of both sides of the story from the Blackbird High School Step into the Future Grand Sermon at Bennett's Catering Hall in St. Elizabeth is brought to you by St. Pharmacy, Human Nail Spa, Recycling Pharmacy,
So,
Central
Romans,
Fashion, TBS Novelty, Ground
I have you
Water
on my
Supply,
schedule
Full Cross Bus Services,
for
Deep
now.
on Density Bus Services,
No.
Dental Dental, International Black River, Biodome Chemical, Blended Services, Ricardo Stationery, Genius, and Corley's Pharmacy.
Let's go, studio. Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Horror 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and we're live at Bennett's Catering Hall, home of the Black River High School Step into the Future program ceremony, which has been going quite well. Uh, it gets better every year, and this is year number 6, I gather. Reigniting the path to my destiny. That's the theme this year. Christopher Romans is the principal who has the awesome task of leading the Black River High School. Good afternoon to you,
Good
Mr.
afternoon,
Romans.
sir.
Always good to see you.
Good afternoon to your listeners.
Wonderful. Thank you very much on their behalf. Well, let's get straight to it because I know you don't waste time here at Black River High School. You, we haven't spoken. It's been what, a year?
How dear about?
Or so. Yes. And so we're curious to find out if, notwithstanding the vagaries of COVID 19 and the global supply chain issues and Ukraine, etc., just checking in with you to see the extent to which you have been able to continue your operations as close to normalcy as possible, or you had to put in special arrangements.
We are quite happy that we were able to return to normal school. We can't say COVID was good for us, like many other schools. As it relates to how we are recovering, yes, we had to put in extra programs, intervention programs to assist the students who were really behind. In fact, for this year, we focused a lot on reading across the content area because they recognize coming out of COVID, a lot of our students weren't reading as they should be reading, especially the critical level reading. So we have done a lot to encourage reading across all subject areas. And in even for students who we find are not very motivated, in some instances we have to put in programs to get students motivated. And from the December exams also we recognize from math and English that there are some students who did not recover adequately enough to do well. We had to do an intervention and resit the first level and tried something like that. And the response has been good so far. The teachers have supported the program wholeheartedly, although it means extra work support for math and the language department. But we're seeing how best we can get all students or more students on the success path.
And even with that work, we're still doing more work because I'm learning that very soon you will have full transition. What's that?
Well, it is the intent of the board of governors, board of management, along with the staff, to allow our students to benefit from the whole day experience. Well, getting off shift, as they would say.
Oh,
We have we want to benefit from the possibilities that come with us operating a straight day school. We have been lucky to be gifted a block of classrooms from the Ministry of Education. We're quite grateful. And prior to that, we constructed two classrooms. The Japanese government, along with in partnership with the ministry, also gave us four, which is a part of the new block. So that's a good start for us to get going. So our transition team, led by vice principals, Daly and Moses, are pushing forward along with the senior staff to put plans in place so we can successfully transition to a straight day scenario. I know the parents are actually looking forward to that, and the students themselves. And we hope that our academic programs will benefit. We long for the day when we can give math and language session the stipulated number of hours because we're really suffering with that. Our extracurricular program, we think they will improve if we are on a more full day kind of experience. And the stress that many of our students go through in rising early and getting home pretty late. And bearing in mind, a number of our students are not from the immediate surrounding. They probably travel in most instances between half an hour up to 45 minutes, or sometimes more, just to get to school.
and even with all of that, you still have to try and continue your school's participation in sporting activities. For example, the Isla Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Champs is coming up again, and looks like you're planning to put on a bit of a show.
Yeah, that's a stellar event. Um, and we have talent at our school. And as much as we strongly believe that students need to perform academically, we're in the total development of our students, the various talents, and we know we have budding sports men and women, and we want to give them the opportunity to perform at what is the local stage for athletics. So that's our intent to get a team there. We have some very committed members, the P department. Um, well, the P department, head of the P department, led by Miss Shanika Baker, um, and the two track and field coaches, Mr. Smalling and Mr. Senior. They have done a wonderful job within a year because before this we were doing much as it relates to champs, track and field rather. And for this academic year, they have taken us off in a very positive trajectory, and we are moving to champs with I think that a group of youngsters that can make good of themselves. So we, in the same breath, we will be reaching out to our past students
Yes, and
and
let's
other supporters
use the
to assist us
opportunity.
to get
Mhm.
something in the purse,
Yes.
so we can, when our team going to Kingston, they can perform the level of comfort that is required for such an event.
Absolutely, and we want to use this opportunity to encourage members of the institution, the family of Black River High School, the Black River High School family at home and abroad. Here's your opportunity. Yes, we know academics come first, We understand that, and the principal, Mr. Romans, and his team, they know that very well. But they also recognize the importance of the development of extra involvement in extracurricular activities. And CHAMPS is one of those, and not just one of those. It's one of a kind globally, and it would be good to get see some more support coming for Black River High School's track team.
Yes, that would be awesome for us. Um, we There's a gym space that we hope to get going. We got donation from Dr. Imaru. He donated a set of gym equipment, and we're very grateful. But there was space that we'd love to build out into a proper gym because we won't be able to have that kind of performance if the students aren't able to develop the kind of the physically, I should say. Um, so we have a gym space there, and that gym space will also support other wellness programs for members of staff.
And what can you tell us with respect to the impact of developments in terms of the controversy surrounding the compensation package for public sector workers, not least of all teachers? We know schools have been impacted. Is your school one of those?
Yes, we have been impacted. Um, Teachers are quite concerned about, especially those at the graduate level, the the level of the increase that seems to be, and the kind of disparity between other groups, and the likely lack of incentives that will come from the new arrangements. And we are also concerned about the likely increase in departure from our school rooms. We have been trying to replace staff members who have left last year, particularly English language, and something has been quite difficult. So if it is that those that number of teachers, that group of teachers, particularly graduate trained with experience and properly compensated and feel appreciated while doing so, then we're gonna see the increased departure from our education system, and that will certainly decrease the quality. The struggle is on to educate our population. An educated Jamaican population means much in terms of economic development, and we have to think long and hard when these decisions are made. That we are not taking the country a step backward, really, when we make these decisions in terms of how we compensate the foot soldiers, so to speak. So it's important that that matter is addressed in an amicable way. All right, consider whatever limitations there are for the government. We believe that much more can be done for our teachers.
And finally, as we wrap, how is the rest of 2023 looking in terms of actualizing your suite, no doubt, of plans and projects, initiatives, etc.?
Well, I will rest on the fact that I have a supportive staff, a committed staff. I have a supportive board. Our board members are very committed. They go beyond to support our activities. And as long as we have that synergy, whatever plans we have in place, I am certain that we'll be able to achieve most of them. I, I'm optimistic. We are looking forward to see improved academic performance in some key areas. Uh, the build out of infrastructure to ensure our students um, enjoy the straight day program, um, and other ICT infrastructure. Really looking forward to those things for the coming year.
Sounds like you have more than enough uh, work to do going forward, but I'm sure you and your team are up to the task and no doubt will deliver.
Yes, I think so. So,
It's been a pleasure. Thanks as usual and all the best. This is definitely one of those programs that has put Black River High School on the map.
certainly.
The Step into the Future program. Uh, I can't think of, well,
And I must, before I close, I must recognize the efforts of Mrs. Eileen Davis Watson,
yes,
the
yes,
lioness who fight for this program every year.
yes,
Yes.
I heard that.
In spite of our disagreements here and there, we
Yes.
still get it done.
And The show goes on.
Yes, and the show goes on.
Wonderful. Well done to you and the
Yes,
team,
sir.
and all the very best.
Yes, sir.
Okay, take care, listeners. That's Mr. Christopher Romans. He's the principal of Black River High School, and we'll tell you more when we come back from this break. It's their annual Step into the Future series. This year's theme: Reigniting the Path to My Destiny.
This is BBC Pro 106 FM. The time is now 2:20. This broadcast of both sides of the story from the Black River High School Step into the Future Grand Chairman at Bennett Children's Hall in St. Elizabeth is brought to you by Southwest Pharmacy, Human Nail Spa, the Fantasy Pharmacy, Friends and Butler, CBS Mother Day, Brown Order Supply, Bennett Park Dot
Madam Vice Principal, is that you? Okay.
Diadem Chemical, Standard Services, Ricardo Stationery, Green Water, and College Pharmacy.
I'm not mixing them up, right? You're Mrs. Claudine Williamson Daly. Good. Good. All right. Academic achievements. That's cool. That's your area of focus? Exclusively academic. Okay.
And all round.
All purpose. All right. All right. This microphone is yours when you're ready for it. Let's go, studio. Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Horror 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. We're live at Bennett's Catering Hall in Luana, St. Elizabeth, uh, just by that intersection where you decide whether you're going into Black River itself, or going to Westmount. That intersection, look up to the hills, and that's from the hills right now. And we're still managing to keep most of it green, areas that we have been seeing on account of the meteorological drought that Jamaica. On YouTube via the Dervan Malcolm YouTube channel. We're also live on Facebook on the Dervan Malcolm Facebook page, and so you have options. Right now, we've been joined by Mrs. Claudine Williamson Daly, Vice Principal, and she pretty much covers virtually all areas. And but in particular, she pays keen attention to the academic achievements of the institution. And so we're delighted to get in a word with Mrs. Claudine Williamson Daly this afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, Sir Malcolm. I am well, thank you. Good afternoon, listeners.
Wonderful. Thank you very much on their behalf. So let how many years now has it been?
Wow, 24 years.
24. What do you call that? That's your almost it's a quarter of a century. Almost. And I think there's a term for it, in wedding terms or something like that. But anyway, this is not a wedding. So let's hear about how do you view this program, the Step into the Future program of Black River High School, and the likely impact, whether of an organic nature or a deliberate approach that this program is having on other programs within Black River High School itself.
Wow. Awesome, awesome, awesome brainchild of Mrs. Baby Watson. And you have been on board with us
Yes.
for the last 6 years. And the impact is far reaching. Last year, we were here and our motto at school is we create our own destiny. And the theme each year is really pivoting around our school's motto. And so that alone has created an impact. And so the students would have now looked into themselves and looked back for those who have left at the institution to say that our motto was awesome. It has allowed us to create and to chart that course and that path that we want to take. It has also impacted on other programs in the school because the guidance department would have now used it to sort of mold the students into that holistic being that you're looking for. And also, when you look at the matter of work itself, then work experience, I would have really liked the program to be adopted by other schools. And I think some other schools, especially those non-traditional schools, have looked at the idea and have, I guess by next year we will see a number of schools adopting this program.
But you're quite gracious at Black River High School as well, aren't you? Because you specially invite uh, representatives from that
From Maine
institution.
and from
Uh-huh.
Louisville, they are here with us. Thank you, principals, for allowing your staff and students to join us. I am sure that when they report to you, that they would have reported that this experience is mind blowing. Other impact it really has had too is that we have some six formers here this year for the first time. And so, having experienced the program last year, they saw the benefits and would now have been running with that mantra that this program is indeed a flagship program that needs to be replicated throughout the entire Jamaica.
Is this the only initiative or the only program where you invite other representatives from other high schools?
Other programs that we normally invite other representatives to would basically more be of an academic nature. So you have maybe like a math day or those other little days that you would invite persons to. But this one is really of a significant nature because as you know the work experience program is mainly in our non-traditional high schools and Maine and Louisville's high school not necessarily new but new to the expansion in terms of this kind of experience.
What can you tell us now with respect to the areas that you are comfortable with or pleased with so far academically, apart from what you've mentioned to us already, but in the overall scheme of things, how encouraged are you by the performance of the students of Black River High School academically?
Okay, academically, we continue to do well. Math continues to be a struggle for all of us. We know that we would have lost, like many other schools, some math teachers along the way. And so our math department, fairly new enough in terms of the teaching staff. They're doing an excellent job. We have additional programs in the department, summer camp, Easter camp, Saturday classes. We're pulling out all the stops to improve the performance, especially for this year at the CSEC level. The extra classes on a Saturday is really 7 through to 11. So we're catering to everybody.
What's the level of interest and support like? Are the students turning out on a Saturday?
Not as many as we would have liked to have. Grade 11 more so. 7 to 10 is still, we still need some to see some more students. I think transportation is one of the dynamics. We've seen that some of our students are coming from Junction in the north side of St. Elizabeth, Ginger Hill, that area. But there is interest.
Is it a sponsored program or
No,
initiative?
actually, it's an initiative, and we ask for a small contribution of $500 per class. Per-
And but as you say, you would love to see the numbers going up in terms of more of the
Students
students
coming out.
coming out. But for those who do, are you able? Because sometimes this is how you have to so-called what do you say sell the program to the rest of the.
Yes, we have asked them to. We use our WhatsApp group or PTA groups to see how best we can spark the interest and to, have our parents and students understand that math is important, although it seems challenging, but it is necessary to have. Other programs that we have in terms of performance, departments have their little um, presentations in terms of like science department might have a
So
science
like an
day.
internal exposition.
Yes, we do have that. Grade 11 too, we are collaborating with art most times, and we have that kind of technical vocational day where we get the interested students, especially those in the technical vocational area, to showcase what it is that they can further pursue as they go along.
As it is though, you have been since your inception doing the covering technical
Yes, we
areas.
have been, and the results are exceptional. Very good. We have entered World Skills competition. We have gotten certificates and recognition from City and Guilds and other agencies. So we have been doing pretty well, especially in the skill areas.
Do you find that those who gravitate towards these skill areas that there is some kind of an impact on them, having that kind of exposure, and perhaps because it's something that they love, it then turns into a motivational factor, which then sees them doing, if even a little better, in some of the other subjects.
I think so, especially in the area of mechanical engineering and electrical, the home economics area, management and foods and nutrition. Students love those areas. When we have our subject selection, it is a challenge to get students to move to some other subjects, especially if the subjects are twinned to a home economics. So you will find the home economics class is full and maybe the economics class is less. And so the interest is there, especially in the practical area.
And so, as it is now, you are looking at a few more months left. My God, a few more months left in the academic year.
Yes, I would say weeks because exam starts May, April, May.
And how are the preparations coming along?
Wow, we're pulling out all the stops. Teachers are presently all go sitting. Teachers are actually marking school-based assessment and seeing how best we can get the students ready.
Yeah, it seems like a race against the clock, though, because considering all that the education system has been through, and it's still going through even as we speak, that would make this some kind of a classic case to be researched further, how these students emerge from this era, from this
I
period.
think so because coming out of COVID, remember these students had just entered grade 10,
Hmm.
and so time lost would have been there, not much through grades 8 and 9, and struggling online learning space coming back last year this time. So really they would have had just a full year and a half maybe of real teaching and learning. So we're hoping though that the results will pull through. I know for the practical areas that they will do very well. Maybe as I said, the English is pretty good too. Maybe just the math and like Spanish. We have had some challenges there with Spanish, and so we're hoping for the best.
Yes, and you would imagine as well that there are those who are perhaps looking forward to particular changes, particular developments having to do with their own. I think what I'm getting at is I don't think you and the other educators at Black River High School would be satisfied with just uh, sending the children out, just sending them off, so to speak, without doing that additional work or helping them.
Absolutely
Yes.
not at all.
Mhm.
We have to ensure because they're the men and women of tomorrow.
That's right.
And so if we send them out without that push and that energy, what kind of workforce will we actually have?
Exactly.
And so that is the hard problem. Get them prepared to face what is out there.
Even at the expense of sacrificing your free time, and if there is such a thing for you, but but other things that you could be doing because you're perhaps not even getting compensated to put in the
No, we're
extra
not.
work.
But you have to.
Yeah, it's the love,
It's a
isn't it?
generation that we're thinking about.
Mhm.
And so we have to ensure that we secure that foundation so
Which
that at least when we are gone or when we get older, we still have a foundation and a foot to stand on as a nation.
very well put. Well, we want to commend you and the team for the work you continue to do, even under the most testing circumstances. And we want to wish you all the success that life has to offer.
Thank you so much. And in ending, we had our past student, Mrs. Camelia River
Yes,
Johnson, with us,
yes.
and I mean,
Hold on,
it's
I'll give you an
flowing.
opportunity to make a comment. She's my winner for today. She's my winner. Let's take the break and come back.
The Toro 106 FM. The time is now. You are a sweater. Helping
That's how I
families
wanted to
prepare for
start,
international
but I
students. But
ended
today,
up
we
starting
got
another way, and then
Okay.
so I'm happy that you touched it.
you. You know that finding
Because like
access to
Abraham
access the
is also
SME
one
can
of our
sometimes
past
be
students.
challenging.
Oh,
Which is
really?
why we partnered with our friends at
The lawyer.
DLD,
Walter and his
bringing you
brother.
Okay.
And we
extra
Oh
have
yes.
services
What's
Anthony.
the
to
other?
give you
Yeah.
that extra
And we
software
have
support when you
Edwards
need
as
it.
well.
Call
Travis.
us and back to find out more
I
about
think
the
he just got
amazing
the bar
extra
last year. He
guarantee
came to us from
Call
Black
us and
Open.
back. By helping businesses, we save lives and livelihoods.
Did
So
well.
you finish him up, so to speak.
Yes.
Good to go. Get online with Market King. Follow to your final in the best return for 2022. Destination return for 2023. For so many options. To make a
You can see that you have a good relationship with Lane.
Yes, man. He's got all the high schools, you know. Yes, we do. Principals, link, work coordinators, VPs.
This
That's where we
broadcast
share.
of both sides of the
Because
story
basically
from
we're
the
the lead
Black River High
in
School
most of
Step into the Future
these
Rally Ceremony
programs. And
and
so,
Benefit
we have
Catering
sent
Hall
over.
Program is brought to you by
That's
Kirkland Pharmacy,
quite
United
magnanimous of
Farm,
you.
Strategic Pharmacy, Friendly Doctor, CBS Novelty, Brown's Auto Supply, Connect on Bus Services, Keep on Victory Bus Services, Welcome Company, Easy Copy Black River, Biodan Chemical, Global Services, Ricardo Stationery, Genius, and Holly Pharmacy.
Let's go, studio. Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. We're live at Bennett's Catering Hall at Luana in St. Elizabeth, right at that juncture where you determine whether you're going to Black River proper or you are continuing on to Westmoreland. That intersection there, just look up to the hills and you'll see the building. That's exactly where we are. Where we are in the conversation here on this Step into the Future program day at Bennett's Catering Hall. We started a conversation with Mrs. Claudine Williamson Daly, one of the vice principals here. And if I say here at Black, I mean Black River High School because we're not at the school itself. The event is being held at Bennett's Catering Hall, which is not too far from the school. But just so you know, there is a difference. And going to the break, I mean, I wanted to start the segment the way we almost ended a while ago. And thanks to Mrs. Claudine Williamson Daly for reminding us of the extraordinarily exceptional performance of one of their past students. I mean, and I think this is something, this aspect of Step into the Future should continue i- immemorial for time to come, where you get a past student to come back to share his or her story along the lines of what we experienced today. That has to become a staple.
Most definitely. It has really basically judged me as well back to when I started at Black River High School, because when I started, she was just entering sixth form. And so, we could have chit chatted. And I want to really, I would say, big up all those past teachers and administrators, Reverend Buchanan, Mr. Beckford, Mrs. Green, Miss McFarlane, all of those past teachers who would have really helped, because one of the things that Tamila said to me earlier is that she
Oh
could
yes, listeners,
remember
we're talking about Tamila
Irma
Bremer Johnson.
Johnson.
Tamila Bremer Johnson, attorney at law, among other things.
Yes, she could remember how her English teacher, Miss Hastings, would have pulled her along the journey. And so I want to encourage other teachers too out there that it's rough, and we know. But when you are able to pull persons along the journey and to create their destiny, like our motto was
The
stated,
load gets lighter.
the load gets lighter.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And I'm happy to hear you calling all those names as well. I'm sure there are people listening who are going, hey, I remember her, or yeah, very good. Well, thank you very much. We have a full schedule. I want to make sure we get it everybody. But thank you very much for adding value to today's edition of both sides of the story here on
Thank you
Power
so much
106.
for being our flag bearer on this program.
Always happy to oblige. Thank you very much, Mrs. Claudine Williamson Daly, one of the vice principals at Black River High School, giving us an outline of some of the academic achievements and encouraging signs here. Yes, and so we are going to our next segment. Going to All right, we're going to use the opportunity to feature our students of Black River High School and also other high schools in the area, for example, Maine and Louisville High School. They're on board as well. And we want to use the opportunity to feature a couple of the students. So whoever wants to go first, we have one microphone here. And I'm going to ask you, I'll follow my schedule here. I'm going to ask you to just identify yourselves and we will go right into this segment. So, good afternoon to you. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and you are?
Good afternoon, I'm Daniel
Just a
Robinson.
moment. I'm going to ask you to say that again. Well, let's make sure your mic is on. Go ahead now, please.
Good afternoon, I'm Daniel Robinson.
Hi, Daniel Robinson. I see you're a student of the performing arts.
Yes, I am.
Why have you chosen the performing arts?
Well, I have chosen the performing arts because I feel like it's a platform where I can showcase my talent and encourage others to showcase theirs.
What is it? When was it? Did you notice that you had a flair for the dramatics?
Well, from the moment I entered the Black River High School in seventh grade.
So the Black River High School bug bit you.
Yes.
All right. What are some of the ways in which you have been using your talent and impacting your school, Black River High School?
Well, on Mondays I will keep devotion and I will attend events and sing for them all.
Oh, you're a singer as
Yes,
well.
I am.
All right, let's have a song then.
Can I give you one, please?
Anything
This
that
is my
comes to mind.
desire.
All right.
This is my desire to honor you, Lord, with all my heart. I worship you.
Beautiful. Wonderful.
Thank you.
And so, have you? I know we've had, and we still have to deal with COVID-19, but the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission (JCDC) has been announcing or reporting that they're accepting entries. Do you plan to enter this year?
Well, I'm not sure if Black River is like having some difficulties at this moment, but if possible, we'll be there.
Right, if possible, you'll be there. So, why did you choose Black River High School in the first place?
Well, to be honest, Black River High School wasn't the school of my choice. I cried when I heard that I passed at Black River. I looked chancer, but I realized that I should be at Black River High School because I didn't get the transfer and I don't regret being there at all.
Very good, very good. Well, and so what do you think about today, this sixth annual Step into the Future program under the theme Reigniting the Path to My Destiny?
Well, I must say this is indeed a wonderful program. They must continue. I wasn't going to be here today, but being here, it has opened my eyes to see that you might not always get what you want, but there are always other ways to get what you want.
That's right. I think there's actually a saying along those lines that but essentially says that eventually you do whatever until you get what you want.
But we're trying to use, let's see that now.
Something along those lines. All right, good. Well, clearly, you. So, which form are you in now?
Fifth form.
Oh, so you have exams this year.
Yes.
How are those preparations coming along?
They're going on good. Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Right. So we're looking forward. How many subjects do you plan to sit?
Eight.
Well, we want to wish you
Eight
all the
one.
success. Eight ones. She says she's speaking it into being. What are the subjects?
POV, theater arts, history, social studies, IT, mathematics, English language, and integrated science.
All right. I think I remember doing some of those subjects as well. All right. You're on the right track. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All the best.
Thank
Take
you.
care. That's Daniel Robinson, student of performing arts at Black River High School. As we continue our broadcast from the Bennett's Catering Hall in Luana, St. Elizabeth. And joining us now is it JDN Morgan. And I should know that she's a member of the netball team. In fact, I would be embarrassed to stand beside her because she's all the way up and I'm all the way down. No, never mind. It's cool. Good afternoon to you, JDN. How are you? I am fine, thanks. You look like you have a flair for modeling as well. Not really. Okay. Now, can you tell us how you became, how you came to be a student at Black River High School?
I passed.
Yes, that was what? PEP? GSAT. Okay. And you chose Black River High School because, or you didn't choose? But why did you decide to stay as opposed to maybe getting a transfer to go somewhere else?
I didn't choose to stay, but being here in high school opened my knowledge to my career. Yes, my coach always motivated me to do yeah.
Well, let's talk about netball. How's the netball team of Black River High School doing?
Well, the junior team is doing well. Not netball season right now, but we did well last season. Went to semifinals.
Who did you play in the semifinals?
Play a lot of schools like Manchester. I don't remember.
So you finished what as a runner-up or
No, it's a fifth place.
fifth out of about how many teams?
10.
Okay.
Semifinals. So the other where I didn't go finals
Okay. Why did you choose netball though?
because netball like when I'm feeling a bit depressed, I play netball to be more active and open minded.
Yes, in Jamaica these days they would say just hola meds, right?
Yeah, well,
I see what you mean. And what are the areas of outside of netball, other areas of school life at Black River High School that you find to be fun, enjoyable, or otherwise impactful? Never mind the words. Just you know what I'm asking.
I used to do performing arts when I stopped.
So netball is your thing.
Yeah,
All right, that's your contribution to Black River High School.
yes.
Nothing wrong with that. So which form are you in now? Fifth. Oh, so you're doing exams as well, of course. I keep forgetting that this is the group of fifth formers and sixth formers. In the case of the sixth formers, those visiting from other schools. And so, how are your preparations coming along for CSEC?
It's going on fine.
For real?
Yeah,
Okay. What
like
subjects are you doing?
English, math, infotech,
Or information technology?
English literature,
That's
physical
four.
education,
Physical education, five.
and history.
And history. Okay, you're taking on six.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Nothing wrong with that. Wishing you all the success that life has to offer. You're welcome. Take care. JD Ann Morgan. a member of the Black River High School netball team, the junior team.
I'm going to be a senior.
She's going to be senior soon. All right, let's take the break and come back.
Thank you.
Contractors, developers, and small builders contact coast-to-coast group of companies for high-quality concrete products.
Huh? Yeah.
Bennett's Catering Hall in St. Elizabeth is brought to you by
I don't know. They
Center's
must have
Pharmacy,
made a conscious
Luna
decision
Medical
not to
Spa,
run any
beside Blue
commercial.
Pharmacy, Trends and Fashion, Two Bus Novelties, Rounds Auto Supply, Con Bus Services, Econ Victory Bus Services, Wilton Company, Juicy County's Black River, Biowind Chemical, Columbus Services, Ricardo Stationery, G Road, and Corny's Pharmacy.
Let's go, studio. Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. We're live at Bennett's Catering Hall in Luana, St. Elizabeth, for the sixth staging of the Black River High School Step into the Future program. It's primarily for grade 11 students who obviously are on their way out. The theme is reigniting the path to my
Okay,
destiny.
students, we are ready to resume.
And the lunch break is over, and the program of activities will continue. In the meantime, though, please allow us to say hi to some of our
Okay,
listeners
I
and
promise you
viewers.
that this other section
Ricardo
will not be
Portia
very
says, Good
long.
afternoon,
We have
Durban.
two presenters
Good
for this
afternoon,
segment,
viewers.
and I'm
Shout
gonna
out to all
ask,
the listeners from
give
across the
them
world.
on your
Harold
guided
Townsend
attention.
says, Good afternoon to you, Sir Durban. Asha
Wave your
Ash
hand
in
if you're
London,
having a
England
good time
says,
so
Good
far. You're
afternoon,
liking
Mr.
the
Durban. I
experience.
see
Wave
you
your
are out and
hands.
about.
Wave.
Indeed,
Let's
we
see
are.
that.
Charles
Wave.
James asks,
All
Are you
right.
the
Very
Harold
good. Very
Townsend,
good.
a lawyer from Toronto? Um, I don't know. Patrick Howell says the
Our
government
next
should never have
presenter
reduced the
is
technical arm of
Mr.
technical schools.
Mackenzie
When a
of
student leaves a
Cyprus
technical, he or
NTA,
she is
and he's going
equipped
to be
both
speaking to us
academically
about
and technically.
introduction to technical vocational
Patrick
areas.
Howell
Some things students
says,
that have
I
become
attended
very,
the
very
Kingston Technical High School
useful and
under the
meaningful in the last couple of
tutelage
years. We
of
have seen some
Keith
of these
Irons
vocational
and
areas
did
taking off,
CNC,
and there's more and
ADMA,
more demand
and
for skilled
CAPE and
workers
passed
at
all
those
three at
areas.
one
So
sitting.
I think
Presently an electrical
Mr.
engineer and math
Mackenzie is
teacher. Well
coming
done,
with a topic
Patrick
that is
Howell.
very
Sean
topical,
Chambers
and I'm
says,
going
Good
to
day,
ask you
Uncle
now
Durban,
to
on
give your
location. Good day to
undivided
you.
attention.
And he says,
So,
Patrick
a
Howell
big
says,
round of
technical
applause
schools and
for
technical
Mr.
subjects
Mackenzie
are the
as
key
he
to
comes to
economic
address you on
development.
technical
I would
vocational
encourage Black
areas.
River to increase their technical side of their curriculum.
Thank you very
Technical
much. Good
is
afternoon,
country
everybody.
development. And then he
Good
says
afternoon,
teachers all
everybody.
need two professions to be
I know I have
economically
a
stable.
difficult task of
So
talking
those are
to
some of the
young people
messages
like
that have
you
come through on
just
our
after you have had
YouTube
your
channel, the
lunch
Dervan Malcolm YouTube
and you're
channel,
just excited
and
and
over on
wanted to go and take
WhatsApp.
the
We have
pictures
to
on
greet
social
the
media.
viewers and listeners
However,
over there
I
as
want to
well.
crave your
Let's
attention
see who
for
else. Norman
20
Hines
minutes. Can you
in
give me
St.
20
Thomas.
minutes
Good
of your
afternoon.
time and attention?
Rachel Graham says, Good afternoon,
Can
Durban.
you
I'm
give me
here
20 minutes?
multitasking as usual. Have a blessed day. Same to you, Rachel. Norman Wright says, Good
If this
morning,
will not
listeners, coming
represent
from
I
Toronto,
would
Canada. Well, it's
hope
afternoon now,
that
Norman Wright.
I'm
Wake up.
preaching to the
And Sophia Nemard in
already
Newell, St. Elizabeth
the
says, Good
believers.
afternoon. Good afternoon,
I'm hoping
Sophia Nemard
that I'm preaching to the
in Newell, St.
converted.
Elizabeth.
If
And
we don't have any converted persons
Patrick
here,
says, I can hardly
then
see the
I'm
student
hoping
because
at the
of
end of the
the
presentation,
hair over her
we'll
eye.
have
Really,
some
Patrick?
believers amongst us,
Anyway,
all right? I must say
thank
that
you very much for
while I
watching and
pursued
listening.
my training,
Let's see who this
I
gentleman
had
is
not
who's
much
taken up his seat.
appreciation.
Is it Shakoy?
Where should I?
Good
Over here,
afternoon, Shakoy Perry. And you are
I didn't
another
have much
of the grade 11
appreciation
students.
for tech book,
Mhm.
you know,
And
technical
what are the
vocational
subjects of focus for you?
education and training. I must say that I was brought up in a home
So
where
we're talking,
my parents
let's see
told me
now,
I had to go to university
biology,
and
chemistry,
I had to become
physics.
Mostly agricultural science.
Oh,
I
what
had
are the
to
other
either
subjects?
become a doctor,
Um,
lawyer,
Information
Indian chief.
technology,
You know,
mechanical
I got that kind
engineering,
of
language,
instruction
theory.
as a child.
In principles of
And
accounts.
I
So
must
I
say,
believe
when
you're
I
there at
was
school
in
as
fifth
well.
form, I
What
thought
is
I was
the
heading down the
of
path
all those subjects
of
you just
becoming a
listed?
doctor.
Which one would you say is your pet
I
subject?
pursued sciences, but somehow God allowed me to do some arts and some business subjects at the same time. By the time I did my A levels, I
I
wasn't
have
sure
no
what
doubt that
exactly
you
I
will
wanted
be.
to do.
You're
I
claiming it
started
already. That is
university
good. And
and
how are you
still wasn't sure
preparing
what
for
I
this
wanted to
based on
do.
well,
By the
you must
time
have
I ended my time at university, I actually had completed a Bachelor of Science degree in
sounds
Economics and
like you've been burning
Management.
the midnight oil.
That seems far away from being a doctor, right?
And
And right now,
where
I'm
are you
actually
hoping this will take us?
in
Or will take
Tibet.
you?
And I can't understand how my path took me all the way around here. But I can tell you that over the past 15, 20 years, I have developed a great appreciation for Tibet. I
Well,
recognize
I don't
that,
think you can top that.
and as soon as
You've
what
said it well.
Tibet
You've
is,
put it well.
Tibet actually is what is
Congratulations to you, and
shaping
we
and
want to wish you
driving
all the
our
success that life
country.
has to offer.
It is shaping and driving the world.
Okay, take care.
I thought
That's
it was written by
Shakoy
being a
Perry
doctor or a lawyer.
telling
But now
us
I'm
about his
approaching 50 years
subjects,
old, and I
and
realize
he
that
seems quite
Tibet is the
confident.
way to go.
And that
So I'm
takes
hoping
us
today
to,
that
let me see
I have
now.
some
Is this
believers
Annalie?
just like me.
This
And
is
you won't
Annalie
spend too
Knight.
much of the time going around in
Good
circles
afternoon. How are you?
until I come back to where I am. Now
I
I
am
must
doing
give
well, thanks.
my organization a
Listeners,
punch.
Annalie Knight is a
And
grade
so
11
first,
student
I
and
work
fifth
with
former
the heart
at
ministerials,
Maine High School.
and heart stands for, by the way.
And well,
What
so
does
tell
heart
us
stand for?
how it is that you're a Maine High School student and you're
Human
participating in
employment
a Black River
and
High School
resource
event.
training.
Well,
All
first
right.
of all, this
So we
morning
were
that
established
we are
back in
going to Black River.
1918.
So you just
And
got ready
I
and
believe.
yes, I
And
didn't even know
it
that
was
I was
organized
supposed
for
to
the very
be
purpose that
both
it still remains today.
oh,
because
the
To
fancy.
develop Jamaica's
Yeah,
I
human
trust.
didn't know
Okay.
capital.
so I just get up and I
So the
just
mandate
ready.
has to
And
be
because I
received
am
over the
always in
past 3
participation of the
decades.
school, I got
All right.
an award
We have
for best
become the leading
participation of the
provider
school.
in
I am
technical,
one of the
vocational,
students who they
education
always
and
can
training
depend
in
on.
Jamaica.
So whenever I get home,
I
I
am
just
proud
get
to
up and
be
go.
a member
All
of the
right.
Heart
Now,
Ministry Trust.
you're going
All right.
places
We
because
have increased
that's
our
the kind of
mandate
person
to
the world is asking
also
for right
encourage
now.
volunteerism
Problem
and
solvers,
mentorship
people who you
and
say this
adult
needs to be
literacy.
done. Okay, instead of
So
saying, well, I
2
don't
years
know,
or 3
maybe
years
no.
ago,
Okay, no problem.
we
I'll get it done.
merged with
Yes,
Yeah,
the Jamaica
those
Foundation
people,
for
people like
Lifelong
you are
Learning,
winners.
and we have
If
now
that based
embraced
on
all
the position
aspects
that you
of
take
adult
in that
learning.
regard. But having
From
come
those
to
persons
this
who are
step into the
non-solitary,
future program,
those who are
which is
possessing
being
degrees,
held, the
first and
closing
second
out
degrees. All
ceremony
right? The
essentially
Heart Ministry
here at
Trust treats
Bennett's
all
Catering Hall.
working class people.
How has it
All
impacted
right?
you?
And I'm
Is this
pretty
the
sure
first
some
time
of
you're
you are
attending
going to be
the Step
members
into the
of
Future
Heart Trust
program?
at some
yes,
point.
this is the first time because I don't know if it
We
kept
focus
already.
on competence
Yeah, this is the 6th year.
is
It's been going on for a
training.
few years.
Okay, well, I went to
Competence-based
Maine in grade
training.
9.
I want to spend some
So
time here to say that
this
when
will
I
be my
just met
first
the
year
person,
coming,
I was trying to
First
find
year
a job.
at
I was having
yes,
a difficult time.
attending this program.
And so I
okay,
began
I see.
networking,
And
talking to people who
what
I knew,
based on what you heard
and
and
saying to them that I just
experienced
finished school,
and
I have
saw,
an economics
what
degree,
what are
and
your
I'm
impressions?
looking for a job.
What do you think of what
And
you
one
have seen
person
and
asked me a
heard
question. He said,
and,
what can you do?
experienced at this event?
Well,
And
it
he
is
told me,
good,
I
very
really could
good to
not answer the
impact the young
question.
people
What can you
and
do?
have them out
I
to
still
know
want
the
to say
business,
I'm an
how
economic
out there,
management degree.
how
What
out
can
there
you
world
do?
stay.
What the world of
Yeah,
work,
Because he
what the world
wanted
of
to
work
go
is
out
like.
there to send my
yes, it is
resume.
really
The
good
direction he
and
should be trying to
I
send
learned
my
from
resume.
it.
Wonderful.
And it
Tell us
was
about your school now,
difficult
Nain.
because I really did not over the years develop any competencies. I really
In the
don't very
town of the
much,
same name, the
but
area
I
or
tried
district of the
at
Junction.
economic management.
Junction, but it's not literally junction. I
And
have to
so,
come out of junction,
Heart
go to
Ministry
main
Trust,
district,
we
right in
provide
front of the
training and
Alpart school.
certification
Oh, I
persons
see.
preparing
So
them
that's
for
where
the
your
world of
school
work.
is. And
So when
this
somebody
is the
completes
standard
training at the
tunic
Heart
that
Ministry Trust,
the
if
female
somebody
students
asks
wear.
you what
Yes,
can you
their
on
belts,
certification that you
grade
achieve,
10 and grade
will
11
be
with yellow
by
stripes,
for
and the lower
anybody
students wear
tell them
straight
what they can
purple.
do. Alright? And so
And
I'm
are there
about
particular
the Southwest
features of
Tibet
your
Institute.
school, Nain High
We
School,
have
that you
4
love
campuses
and
or
that
main
you would want to
campuses in
tell us
Newport
about?
and
Yes,
Chester.
sir. they
You
give
you
us
should be familiar with the
they
background that
always
goes
give
on
us
in the
opportunity to go
industry.
out and explore.
Because
I
our
love
two
that
campuses in
because
Junction, the Dervan
I
campus
can tell you
and
that
the
I am
Champions
always
Bowl
going out.
facility.
I'm
Now the
always
Champions
doing
Bowl
things for the
facility,
school. I'm
we're
always
having a
attending. I
launch
even went to the
on March
Montego
15.
Bay.
What date did I say?
I
March
think it was a
15th. What
council,
day
and
is that, by the way?
I got
That
to
is
meet
Wednesday of next week. And we're inviting the high school
You met quite a few
students
people.
versus like
yes,
you
from in the
performance
parliament.
to come
Oh,
and to
members of
see what we
parliament.
are having over on
Okay,
that
very
side.
good.
We're
I hope you have
launching our
pictures to
center
show.
of
Yes, I
excellence,
do have
focusing
pictures.
on engineering and
Wonderful. So, how
mechatronics.
are things
We are
academically,
brought in
school-wise
a
for
number of
you?
equipment
How are things
and
coming
we
along
are
for you?
trained
Your studies?
experts. And I
It's
want to
coming
come
on
and
good.
see what is over there.
Not a good
So
study,
we are launching
but
our critical
I am
excellence,
trying to
What do
focusing
you
on
think you do very well?
mechatronics and engineering.
drama.
We're leading the
Very
charge
good.
in Jamaica.
I'm
And
a
you know
very
this,
good public speaker. I'm
what you
always
do.
in that in
At
those
7:30,
things.
you see a hard pass.
Very good. Well, it's a pleasure.
I like science. I don't know why. I don't like any other subject.
That's the sciences in general, or agriculture and so on, or integrated science in general. So, so you're going to be sitting those exams
What do you want to
shortly.
see when you grow?
So, what are the subjects you'll be doing?
I'm doing
Be
integrated
an engineer.
science,
Thank you very much. Anybody
theory,
else? Where you want to
maths,
be?
language,
I can hear that.
cosmetology, and
What do you want?
IT.
President of the United States. Interesting
Well, we want to
career
wish you
choice.
all the best as
Anybody
you
else?
continue to pursue your dreams.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Big
Take care.
brothers?
Thank
All right.
That's Annalie Knight. Thank you, Annalie. Annalie Knight, she's a grade 11 student at Nain High School.
All right.
They have
So
been
if you notice,
visiting with the Black River High School family
here
here at Bennett's Banquet Hall in Luana, St. Elizabeth. Right now, let's see. Let me make sure I have everybody covered. So we spoke with Annalie Knight, grade 11 student at Nain High School. We spoke with Chef Roy Perry, Daniel Robinson, J.D. Ann Morgan, grade 11 students at Black River High School. And let's see now, this must be.
The first one was construction and architecture. Believe it or not,
Trying to figure it out.
construction is booming in Jamaica right now.
It's a grade 11
I
student
just completed
for
the
sure.
intersection of my
And
house.
this
And I
is, looks
can
like
say it's
Tiana
very
Mulling.
expensive. And most of the money went to the
Hold on, hold on.
masons. It went to the
There's
plumber.
a,
And it went to the electrician. I want you to understand. I could tell you some more business and say that
okay, let me make sure I get that. Give me the name again.
And
Troy Shea Johnson.
I was only able to build it out
And
years
you
ago.
are
And I've finished it.
you are a student of
Checking my
Louisville
expenditure.
High School. Okay, this is
And
where you
most of the money
are
went
scheduled
to
to be.
this.
There we go. We have you covered now. So, Troy Shea Johnson. Looks like your name is a combination of your parents.
And
No? Okay,
okay,
all right. But is some people don't like their name for whatever reason. What do you think about your name?
I think I like it, but I like it for experience. Say that my name is unique and I like it.
Well, there you go. Yes, indeed, it is a unique name. Troy Shea Johnson, grade 11 student at Louisville High School. How would I find Louisville High School from here? Would you be able to give me direction? Newmarket, that's the area that is normally flooded. Okay. So you live in the Newmarket area? I see. And what kind of school is Lewis? I mean, we know it's a high school, but describe it to us generally. Some of the features, those of us who have never been to Louisville High School.
But as you grow, as you aspire
Strict.
to become managers
Okay.
and
How strict? What are the things that tell you can't do?
Alright?
They're not allowed to bring your phone
Oh, you're not allowed to take your cell phones to school. Tight pants not allowed. Okay. Many more restrictions. So, what do you think about those restrictions? You don't have a problem with them. So that means you're one of the disciplined students. What can you tell us in terms of the subjects that you do at Louisville High School? Think about it. When we come back from this break, you can tell us which subjects you do. Because you're in grade 11, so you're doing CSEC exams. All right. Think on the, try and remember all the subjects. I'll ask you about that when we come back. Okay.
You should have good communication skills, have the ability to think creatively and critically, and you should have strong research skills. You want to be an excellent marketer. Alright? And that is
So far,
also
so
those
good.
competencies are accomplishments that everybody should want to aspire to have.
So we
But
did
it's not.
245 already.
Education is also large in Jamaica.
Students.
And so we have a number of teaching jobs. Now, you know what teachers are lobbying now for improved salaries. And the one is daunted by that. Alright? Here's what teachers deserve much more than what they're getting
These
now.
two will be there.
In that area, you can
St.
see
Louis
the trying to
Pharmacy.
aspire to become. Alright? And there are different levels. You can be early childhood teachers, you can be different schools. Alright? But
Check
teachers are just
this.
in job, they can also get one person. And then medicine, I'm not focusing on the doctors
Anything
now,
new?
but we're thinking about things like our nurses, practical nurses, registered nurses. Alright? We need nurses to work in our nursing homes. Alright? These are areas we can also seek to become employed in. Now, when I go through all of this, I'm saying to you that all of these occupations require you to be trained and certified in events. It requires you to receive this kind of training for you to be competent to work in this area. So what exactly is TVET? When I'm talking about TVET,
go
what
studio.
exactly is TVET? Well, TVET stands for
And
Technical
we
Vocational
thank our sponsors for coming on board this sixth annual Black River High School Step into the Future program under the theme Reigniting the Path to My Destiny. Our guest is Troy Shea Johnson. She's a grade 11 student at Louisville High School. And before the break, we did ask her to tell us about the subjects that she'll be doing at CSEC in what? A few weeks?
It sees it as empowering individuals, organizations, enterprises, and communities. It fosters employment and decent work and lifelong learning, thereby promoting inclusive and
You said
sustainable
information
economic
technology.
growth and
Okay.
competitiveness, social equity, and environmental sustainability. A long sentence, but if you look at it, pretty much it is
How
a
many
leader
subjects did you
and
just
driver
read? About
of
10?
any economy.
11,
And
I wasn't paying
all world
attention.
economies
Goodness.
recognize that.
That's very
And
good.
governments are paying
So how are your
significant
preparations for
attention
these 11 subjects?
to
Are you
promoting
sure you're ready? You can manage the 11?
At first it was difficult, but I realized that
right now in
because I
Jamaica.
understood
We
the
find
program
our prime
more.
minister visiting the heart of
Of
this
course,
nation.
that is the attitude,
Under
that
his
is the
umbrella.
spirit, that is
So
the
he has
energy.
moved
So
it
where
out
do
of
you
the
see
Ministry of
yourself
Education
5,
and
10,
actually now
15 years from now?
out of the office of prime minister. Because that's how important and significant the
You
participation
haven't
in developing Jamaica's human capital.
checked out any
And I'm pretty
particular
sure some of
university
you are
yet.
going to be members of or
All right, well,
beneficiaries
looks
of
like you had your
training
plate
in
full
our
in terms of
Now,
your
different
preparation
terms,
coming up.
technical
How
stands
has
for
that been going?
having
It's like
special and
waking
usually
up in the middle of the
practical
night
knowledge,
to
especially in
study.
mechanical
I've been doing
or
that from
scientific
grade 10, so
subjects.
now it's
We
like
talk about
Routine.
different technical aspects. It's more
I
scientific
understand.
and mechanical
Well, it's good to talk with
understanding,
you.
appreciation, and
We know
abilities,
you're
all
going
right?
places. We can see it in your
Vocational
eyes.
is
Congratulations
your
on all you
career,
have achieved
and
so
so
far.
any
And we
training
know
or
there's
anything
more
relating
greatness to
to
come.
a skill or
All the
trade
best.
to be
Take
pursued
care.
in a career.
That's Troy
Sometimes
Shea
persons
Johnson. She
see
is a grade
vocation
11
as
student
something
at
to look down on.
Louisville High School
Vocation
here
only really
in
means your career choice,
St. Elizabeth.
and it's usually something
That takes
technical.
us to
It's the
some
choice
other
you're
students
making to
now,
earn a living from.
and
What
we
do you
are
plan to
going
do to earn a
to.
living from?
So we
Alright,
have
that's what vocation is
sixth
all
form
about.
students.
And team
No?
is important because when you finish
Oh,
training in
okay.
team, it
It's
means
our
that
friends
you're
from St. West
prepared to
Pharmacy.
work
All right,
immediately.
hold on to this one, please.
Well,
Let me
understand
make
that
sure
when
it's
you
on.
finish training
It's
and
on.
team is
Good.
environment, you
Well,
can
good
just
afternoon
go
to you. I'm
straight
Dervan
into
now.
the
Come and go
working
on.
world.
Good afternoon,
Alright?
everyone. Welcome.
Education
Morel
is
from St.
acquiring
Pharmacy.
general
I know I
knowledge
saw your name
and
somewhere.
developing the powers
There
of
you go.
reason and
Javon
judgment,
Morel
and generally
from
preparing
St.
oneself
West.
Pharmacy.
or others
Where is
intellectually
St.
for
West
actual life.
Pharmacy?
Well, it's in the town of Black River, very close to the NCB, and we are currently expanding. So as soon as you turn on that road, you'll see a big building constructed,
Is that
which
is that this? No, maybe not. Go ahead.
which you'll see as soon as you turn on the NCB road, you look straight ahead and you'll see us.
What are some of the ways in which you serve your customers, your patients at St. West Farmers?
Well, our motto is service with a difference. So everything that we do, we try to do it at our best. So serving the customers, we try to be calm, understanding, and
So they don't get under your collar sometimes.
well, even if they do, it's a part of our job to be understanding because what we find happening is that sometimes when the customers come in and you see they're a bit antsy, sometimes if you just be kind and have a simple conversation, you'll see that sometimes they
They
have
melt
some
like butter.
exactly right back in your arm. Yes, man.
Yes. And I know pharmacies keep some very odd hours. What are the hours like at St. Best Pharmacy?
Well, currently we open at 8:30 to 7. Our usual time before COVID would have been from 8:30 to 9, which we plan to go back to as soon as we move over to the new building.
And how are those plans coming along? How soon before your customers, your patients, and everybody else move into the new St. Best Pharmacy building?
Well, we're looking at the end of April, hopefully, God's willing, and we're working tirelessly all through the night,
Another thing,
hoping.
well, I'm sure you're going to make it. But another thing that we find with pharmacists is that you always can find the little nicks and knacks, virtually everything. Uh, is that a characterization of your pharmacy?
Yes, man. If you come in there, we have everything. We have everything to take your money. Not in a bad way, though, because it's a one-stop shop, literally.
Yes.
And that's what we plan to expand on and even better moving over.
Which of all the areas of service and sales at St. Best Pharmacy, which is the busiest? Which is the area that has most of your attention?
Well, it's a pharmacy, so the dispensary is a bit busy, but at the OTC areas, you have a lot of people coming in buying various items. So I would say the dispensary is the busiest.
I see. And in terms of your hours, you said 8:30.
8:30 to 7 currently.
And
And on Sunday, we open at 12 to 6.
I'm sure that that's a good opportunity for those who didn't get certain things done
Yes,
before.
man. And we open even on holidays.
Oh, really?
Yes, man. Only on like Christmas Day we don't. But every other holiday, we are open.
Yes. And what is it fair to say that at this point you have a considerable amount of or a number of clients or customers who consider themselves as repeat customers?
Yes, and our family, even the Black River High School teachers, most of them are our customers. We even have the school's account, so you can just come as long as you're a teacher, get a book and pay at a later date.
Oh,
Yes, man.
that sounds convenient.
Yes, man. We support the school. And as a matter of fact, I wanted to say this, I'm a past student of Black River High School.
Well, more power to you.
Yes, man. A past student of the institution.
Who at Black River High School would you cite as being the individual who had the greatest impact on your time at Black River High School?
Well, most of the teachers there, I can say, because they had a relationship with my parents prior to me going to the school. So me being there, they used to look out for me as they look for every other student. I should say.
It's a matter of course.
Yes, man. They do, but it really helped them shape me into who I am, and that's why I had to take the time out to be here today because I really love the program. As the name suggests, what's the name?
Step into the future.
Yes, man. And I just love it because it's very important because we are in a time now where you realize that younger people are straying and do a lot of different things. And knowing that I went through it and I hit my head up and focusing on the right thing, I'm happy to be here and be a part of this program. We have been supporting it since the initial starting of it, 6 years. My mom, which is the pharmacist at CMS Pharmacy, she actually gave a speech at the start in the launch of the program about the importance of personal hygiene. Yes, man. So all through the 6 years,
You're a part of the
he
history.
has been a part of the history of the program.
That is very good. And is this what you wanted to do? I mean, did you plan this after school to help your
Parents.
parents in the business?
Well, yes, I can say yes. I still have goals of my own, but this is the foundation. And a part of building generational wealth is to come back and to help and ensure that what took care of me, I take care of it.
Well said.
So I can pass it on to my children on good standing, and I can give my children a good life, just like my parents gave me a good life.
Well said. Well said. It's like you have it together.
Trying. Nothing is perfect, but we're trying our best.
Well, good stuff. Good stuff, Trey. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And thanks to you and the team at St. Best Pharmacy for supporting this broadcast.
Yes, man. Always. And we'll be here for 20 more years if it continues.
Looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Take care. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and we're still here live at Bennett's Catering Hall in Luana, St. Elizabeth. And it's a sixth staging of the Black River High School Step into the Future program under the theme Reigniting the Path to My Destiny. And so now, is this Mr. Wright? Mr. Wright, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on the program.
Good to talk with you. So you're a member of the team at St. Best Pharmacy?
No, I'm a team from M&J Windows, Sales and Service slash teacher.
Okay, M&J Windows. Tell us about that company. It's the first time hearing about M&J.
M&J. Well, we are in the aluminum industry, where we do aluminum doors, windows, storefront, whatsoever it is.
What's the demand like?
The demands are great, you know, and it is overwhelming. So there's always the aluminum industry has been booming and has been growing, and because it is growing so fast, there is demand for the product.
Oh. And to what extent are you able to fill those demands when they come in?
We have been doing quite well so far, but there are other aspects of the industry that we are launching into, because right now we are looking at going into the UPVC windows. We are looking at going into aluminum blades, manufacturing all of those at this time.
Sounds like you're not wasting any time.
You know, I'm looking at retiring very early from the class.
A young man like you.
Yes, but I have the years, because I've been in the classroom for over 34 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so I've contributed quite a lot to the education system.
Where are
So
some of the where are some of the institutions you have served?
I'm now serving at Malachi High School. I taught with Archos. I introduced the program at Archos, the glass and glazing program. Yes, and it was rewarding. But unfortunately, I could not continue based on my health, because I was taking on too much.
Mm-hmm.
So did I,
You have to slow
I
down.
have to slow down. Teaching at my school, Archos, was my business. Was so I had was to pull back, you know.
Well, we are happy that your company has decided to come on board and support this initiative in terms of broadcasting all that's happening at this Black River High School Step into the Future program all across the world. We're grateful for your support in that regard. Is this the first time you're coming on board?
Definitely. It was the first time. It was the first time I was asked to. And being in
When you enter the
the
competition.
textbook areas
I think
for
the
so
first
long.
benefit is the
It
exposure
was
that you're gonna
such
get.
a privilege that
You're
I
gonna be
couldn't
performing your
miss
Hold it
out.
right there. I'll
skills
give you an
in
opportunity to
that
say some
not
more
that
after
high
the break.
pressure environment. But when you're confident and confident, you won't feel the pressure.
What
Alright?
right is
So
it?
that's the first
Michael Wright.
benefit. The
Michael?
second
Right,
benefit is the
Michael Wright.
recognition you're gonna get just by competing. Persons are gonna know about you. Alright? If you're to win though, and if your skill is selected, then you have the chance of going to represent your country. And I'm sure where the competition will be this year. I'm sure you know. I should have known. You prepare yourself properly. But you get the chance to go and represent Jamaica next year at the World Skills Competition. Alright? But I think the benefit just by being a part of the competition is immense. It boosts your confidence level. Alright? Any other questions before I take this? Alright, so I'm going to leave the application forms here and the numbers are there if you need to reach out to them, but I can give you my number. Right.
Sir, we know that heart is now joined with NYS, so they are one entity. Do you happen to have any of the NYS forms that students can apply for some of the work programs?
Didn't work with any of those forms.
Stand by.
Within my institution, we don't focus on the national youth
Let's go,
service
studio.
program. That's what it works with. The parish
Thanks a lot
office
for
inside
staying
those
with us
will have
here
them.
on
I
your
can
program,
instruct the
Both
applicants
Sides of
on
the
I should
Story,
have
Power
a
106
complete form.
FM. I'm
Have
Dervan
no
Malcolm.
engagement agreement.
We're live at
Some
Bennett's
person
Catering
need to
Hall in
any
Luana, St.
information in
Elizabeth
my program.
for the Black River High
That come to
School
that form,
Step
and I
into
should
the
have
Future
forms right
program.
there.
It's the sixth staging of the event designed specifically for grade 11
So what this
students
is, I see that
and
pick up some
sixth
form.
formers. And so we have been featuring members of the Black River High School family, as well as visiting students from the likes of Louisville and Maine high schools. And we've also been featuring our sponsors, among them Mr. Michael Wright and his brand, which I was looking at the shirt earlier on. It's
Windows and doors.
Windows
M&J Windows and doors.
M&J Windows and Doors. Thank you very much. M&J Windows and Doors. And you seem to have a very good relationship between the business community and the school in terms of your readiness, your willingness. I'm sure that has something to do with your teaching background.
Yes.
Normally, our
I,
commitment
I,
is to have your
my
certificate
years of experience
ready for you
in
within
the
4 months
classroom
after completion.
has contributed,
That's what we're
has helped
aiming
me
towards.
to, to
We have
know
had some
so many
challenges.
persons,
Um,
to
in
interact with so
recent
many
times,
persons,
because of different changes
students,
within the organization,
teachers from other schools
we
and
had some
otherwise,
factors like not
So
having a board ready.
It was easy to say yes.
it was so easy to say yes because a textbook is my baby.
So in
It
response,
is,
what
it
we
is
did
a
at the
part of
organization
me.
is
It is
to
what
introduce
made
a
me
digital
who I am
certificate program.
right now.
Where person does
And
not
and
wait
you
for
know,
a physical
I want to tell you
certificate once
something
you complete the
in
program.
Dervan.
Because you will get that
When I
digital
was
certificate
in
immediately to your
going
email.
to
It has been happening,
college
but
school,
some persons have
one of
not
my
bought into
greatest
it.
desires
They
was
don't,
to
they
go
don't
to
really,
Monroe
it
College.
is
Really,
important
to
to
stay on a hill that cannot be hid.
Yes.
but personal
Unfortunately,
and the physical on it
I
is
went
not
to the Carteret
just
College,
to improve on the delivery time. I think
but
it's start moving now with the
my
change of
parents
the
could not
level.
afford it.
It's not improvement.
So I had was to transfer to St. Elizabeth Technical High School.
All right.
And there was where
So
I learned
let me thank you for
the
listening to me.
skill
It was really my pleasure
that
being
I'm now
here.
enjoying.
I look forward to seeing some of you
Skill that
at
helped
my
me to
location.
live and enjoy life. Yes. A skill that helped me to help others. There are so many lives out there, Durval, that have transformed and reformed into useful and gainful product.
That must give you a great feeling.
Sometimes it brings tears to my eyes. And one of I want to share with you one of the experience that I've had. I saw a young man coming to me one day, and he was just smiling.
No longer are we restricted to the
And he said
traditional
to me,
jobs of being a doctor
sir,
or a lawyer
do
and
you
all of those
remember me? I
ones,
said,
but
no,
we
not you.
have options. And
He
students,
said, sir,
if you have been following the
you
trend in
taught
the
me
last couple of
to
years, you
make
will
windows
see that
at
you
Junction.
definitely know it's no longer
And he
boxed
said,
into a
okay.
corner, but you do have
And he said,
options.
sir,
Another round of
are
applause
you
for
boss man?
Mr.
And he said, sir,
Mackenzie. Thank
I
you
am
so very
making
much
a
for
lot of money.
your presentation.
It brings so much
Okay,
joy and
students,
peace.
on your
And they
program,
are
you're seeing
so
an
many
area there for
success stories.
activity
It wouldn't be
because we have
from
been
here there
segregated
ever.
so
Trust me.
much, and
So
you
I
know it
know
has
that
been
I've
smooth
contributed a
going,
lot
and
to
we
the
have been
system.
putting
I
a
have
little
no
piece
regret
of
being a teacher,
everything here and
you know,
mixing it up for you
and
very nicely. We
serving.
are, without further ado, because
That's
we
what
are
makes
running
it.
behind time,
Giving back
and
the
we
knowledge
invited
that I've
our
gained
presenters that
to
they are
others,
here and they were here on
so
time.
that they can
So
empower themselves,
I am not
so that
going
they
to
can be
delay
able to
any longer.
take
Our
care of
next presenter
themselves,
is going to
their
be one of
families,
our own,
to live
Miss
an entire life. That is the
Miller,
whole purpose of
and she is
section,
going to be
so that you
presenting to
can
you
be
on
useful
life
and
after
gainful
grade
employed,
11. So
so that
a
you
round
can
of applause
live
for
a
Miss
good life,
Miller.
so that you can be able to take care of yourself and your family.
Very well said. Leave some contact details for those who are hearing about M&J for the first time. Just remind us of the name and the contact details, how they can get in touch.
Okay, we are located in Black Road. We are now on School Street, where the water commission office used to be at. Uh, so we are here at the moment.
And the services that you and
We,
products.
the products that we offer: windows, doors, we do awnings, we do shower enclosures, uh, and other repairs and service in the aluminum industry.
Is there
As I, as
any
I,
sorry, go ahead.
as I said before, we're now looking to expand into the UPVC windows as well, and into the production of aluminum slats and plates. So within the next month or two, customers will be able to have access to these other products that we are planning on delivering.
Excellent. Well, commendations to you and the team. Well done. May you continue to serve the school, the community, and all the other stakeholders who look to you for quality products and services.
Thank you, Dervan. We are willing to to share our knowledge and to help others to empower themselves. You know, and we are looking forward to improve our service because nothing is perfect. So we are looking at ensuring that our product and our service is at a
Optimum.
particular standard.
Mhm.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for the work that you continue to do. Thank you for your service to education and business. And we look forward to speaking with you again.
Yes, I'm hope to be back again. I want to thank the organizers for this, you know, and I'm looking forward to come back and to share what we have to
Excellent.
offer to our customers.
All right. Well, we look forward to continuing the relationship and building on what we've started already. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright, and all the very best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes,
Take care.
yes, sir.
So that's Mr. Michael Wright of M and J Windows
Windows
Doors
and services.
and Services. Right. Thank you very much. Let's continue. It is Thursday, the 9th of March, 2023, and this afternoon we're coming to you live from the Black River High School Step into the Future program, which takes place at Bennett's Catering Hall here in Luana, St. Elizabeth. Let's see who's going to speak with us now. Uh, mm, mm, mm. This is you? Okay, great, of course. We're going to have a word with Sean Ashley, first of all. This is your microphone, Sean.
Good afternoon.
Let's just make sure Sean is up. Sir. All right, go ahead, Sean. Good
Good
afternoon. How are you?
afternoon. It's nice seeing you again.
It's a pleasure
Yes,
to
sir.
have you join us here on both sides of the story, Horror 106 FM. Sean Ashley, what does this institution mean to you, Black River High School?
It means a lot. It's everything. I graduated last year and I found my way back there. It's really just a full experience and not only academic, but other stuff outside of that. Like we have a lot of extracurricular activities and programs such as a step into the future, which really is a part of attracting you and bringing you back there.
Yes. And what has your experience been like with this program itself, the Step into the Future program?
Step into the future program. I did not expect to be back here because I graduated last year and they decided that they'd like to include these six farmers this year. Last year was a really good experience. I was one of those persons who were in charge of like pitching it to my classmates who were very like sort of unwilling and didn't really want to come. But I was here. I really enjoyed it. I found it to be very beneficial to both me and my peers. And even though some of those who were not here last year, I would have tried to pitch it to them for this year.
Yeah. And how has this institution impacted you outside of what you have told us so far? What kind of impact has Black River High School had on your life?
Aside from educationally, getting my subjects, it's really had a huge impact on my leadership because I'm currently the deputy head at the institution, and last year I was a student council president. So it's really shaping me into a better leader or, a more person who can be in charge of other persons, motivating them and inspiring them.
Yeah. And when it comes to the academics now, how are you doing?
It's been it's been going slowly getting there. I think I did well. I think I would have worked towards my standards. Obviously, there's room for improvement, but I think I was impressed, and so was my family.
Very good. And which subjects will you be sitting this year?
So this year I am attempting law, economics, management of business, and communication studies.
With a view, what's your ultimate goal?
Originally, it's kind of torn between law and human resource management, along with marketing. So we'll just see how the roads take us, and we'll work it out by the time that time gets here.
But in the meantime, apart from the academics, how else are you involved? And the leadership areas, how else have you been involved at Black River?
So I am a member of two clubs and host for sports. Not really into the sports that
You don't
much.
play any sports?
No, not really, not personally. But I ensure that we have persons who participate in sports. And I am in charge of coordinating the prefects whenever we need like some assistance with school activities. So we're always there and assisting, and you would have seen some of us here today helping around.
Yeah. I interviewed some students earlier on. That's a couple of students. And I asked them why did they choose Black River High School. And they said, well, we didn't really choose Black River, but we came and we love it and we've decided to stay.
Exactly. That's the thing about first impressions. I mean, if you go making certain decisions in your life based on what persons have to say about certain stuff, then you'll be afraid to try. And it's important for us to go and experience it ourselves and to make those decisions and assumptions on our own. So Black River wasn't my first choice either, but now that I'm here, I wouldn't have chosen anywhere else.
Yeah, it's a classic case of grow where you're planted.
Exactly.
And how much have you grown? I mean, when you look back at your early years in grade 7 to where you are now.
I think that from grade 7, I've definitely, came out of my shell, become more talkative, become more expressive, sorry, of, vocally. I do public speaking wherever I can, and I'm really a part of the mentorship programs at my school, and I try to encourage other students as well.
How does that program work? Is it the senior students who
Yes.
mentor the younger ones?
Yes.
And that's pretty much every day, weekday?
No. It's really been sort of dormant this year, but hopefully they can get it up and running.
Alright, well, we hope so too. Well, you're a man going places, I'm sure. You have the aura of a professional,
Yes, sir.
and we trust that that will take you all over the world.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
And,
Thank you very
and
much.
thank you for joining us on both sides of the story
Thank you
today.
for having me
All right.
on both sides of this story.
It's a pleasure. Take care. That's Sean Ashley, who is quite a leader at Black River High School. And he makes way for other students. And they So I would we don't have it? So I would Alright, let me write it in. What time is it? So I'm here today. What's the name again? Write it for me because I'm not hearing. I'm alive today, only because of that's pretty handwriting. Adriana. Adriana Crawford. WhatsApp messages. Guys are very friendly.
Alright, so the R stands for reality. Where are you now? What are some of the barriers preventing you from achieving your goal? I hear money. So you're in grade 11 and you have money problems. But it's not the end of the world. A lot of us have money problems. When I was in grade 11, right before I started college, I had money problems. Still have money problems, but I had money problems. I did not know how I was going to be in university.
All right, let's go, studio.
I'm here. You just need to start. All right? So yes,
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. We're live at Bennett's Catering Hall here at Luana in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, part of the Black River High School Step into the Future program, which is a program for grade 11 students and sixth formers in terms of preparing them for the world of work. And we're going to thank you for your messages, as usual, listeners. We see them on WhatsApp, but we're not able to. As soon as we're able to, we will clear some of these messages. In the meantime, we're going to speak with another of the students here. And again, if I say here at Black River High School, I'm not at Black River High School itself, technically speaking, but the event, Step into the Future program for Black River High School is taking place at Bennett's Catering Hall here in Luana, St. Elizabeth. So let's say good afternoon and welcome now to Adriana Crawford. How are you? It's good to talk with you. Thank you very much for joining us on both sides of the story here on Power 106 FM. How would you describe life at Black River High School?
Endeavors, and I hope that all that you want to become, you will do so, you will accomplish. And I just want to leave one little verse before I go with you. So special.
And how easy was it for you to get settled at Black River High School in the early days as opposed to how you are now in grade 11?
Special. I was really at school. I was kind of very
I'm familiar with you.
management of business. Yes, sir, it's the next level.
Yeah. And where are you hoping these subjects will take you?
At first, it was, I wasn't sure about my path in life. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I'm still going to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to venture into the fashion industry, which is one of the main reasons why I came to this school because at my last school there, they didn't do clothing and textile. But now I'm going to pursue being a software programmer.
Have you, to what extent have you been preparing yourself in that regard? Are you reading, looking at reading material
Yes,
on
I
these things?
have. Amazing thing is that I've always been interested in IT and I had passed with distinction actually. So I prepared
Congratulations!
myself.
Well
Thank you.
done, well done. So, which subjects are you doing in sixth form now?
MOE, Education Studies, Economics, and Entrepreneurship. Those are the ones I'm studying.
And when you have completed these subjects, that's not, is that going to be it for you in sixth form?
Yes, sir. Last year, no, and then off school.
Oh, you have you signed up already?
Yes, sir. I've applied for both BTEC and UE, but I'm thinking about applying to CMU as well after the trip that we went here a couple weeks ago. Really, sorry.
What was it about that trip to Caribbean Maritime University that?
Personally,
Yeah.
CMU, it was always advertised as like a ship school. But we went there and it was so much more. I found out that they did engineering and programming there. And I was like, wow. It was very interesting and amazing. I was like, I wanted to try.
You think you can manage a C?
No. But honestly, that's a lie. I love ocean. I love water. Anywhere I go, I'm always
So you don't
going
get
out.
seasick.
Yes, sir.
So chances are very soon we're going to see you in that white uniform.
Well, not white. I'll more likely go into the program programming, which they can offer there. I was so shocked about because they know, in a sense, we weren't given those information before, but now, because COVID is over, they're able to go to these places, we learn so much more.
I see. And what about sports? Are you involved in sports? Like new sports?
They've always been asking me, why don't you do netball? I'm like,
So what kind of extracurricular activities have you been involved
I
in?
am more of a volunteering type of person.
That's great.
I'm also a part of the prefect body of the school as well. So that's a part of my
And what has this Black River High School Step into the Future program been for you? What are your impressions of the program, especially being here today? Mind you, you would have experienced it already. No?
it was my last year.
Oh,
It's like very new to me and very refreshing. We didn't get to have it last year because we started school in January and everything was very rushed. But now we prompted our teacher, Mrs. Davis Watson, and we said, Miss, we wanted to be a part of it. And she said, okay, and she gave us what she was. It has been amazing.
very good. Well, we thank you very much for sharing with us. All the
Thank
best.
you, sir.
You're welcome. Take care. That's Audriana Crawford, sixth form student at Black River High School, as we continue our live coverage of the Black River High School Step into the Future program, a program geared towards grade 11 students and sixth formers in preparing them for the world of work. It's happening here at Bennett's Catering Hall in Luana, St. Elizabeth. And I'm going to speak now with. Oh, there you go, Tiana. I haven't seen that name. Tiana, yes, yes, Tiana. Tiana Mullings. And you are in sixth form as well.
That's correct.
What has your Black River High School journey been like?
Well, as a generation, I came here first. So, coming from a new school, coming here, I had to adjust, but that was not hard for me because we were coming from COVID, where classes was online. So when I came to school, it was a smooth procedure. I mean, I already had friends and I already had assistants with the work, the work. That was going to be harder coming from video. So the adjustment was smooth. It was not what I expected. Sorry, it's not what I thought it would be.
What did you think it would be?
I thought it would be hard. I thought it would be something
that I couldn't manage. I mean, hearing from our students, they made it look so hard, but
But you have found it manageable.
yeah, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's quite manageable. It's better than I expected it to be.
That's very good. So, what's that like? Um, Joining a school at sixth form as opposed to from first form. Do you feel like you've missed out on anything?
Well, not really, but there are times when I felt like I should have been here from first one because there are things that were at my old school that were not at this school, and there are things that are at this school that were not at my old school. So it's a difference. So it's a balance between wanting to be here and also a balance between so
And how have you found this year's Step into the Future program?
first, let me say this is the first year that six members are part of the program, and I think it's a good initiative for young people. It teaches us about dressing, it teaches us about deportment. It gives us a feel of what the working world is like, and life, basically life after high school.
And what is that looking like for you, life after high school?
Well, I am definitely going to study media communications. I want to be a journalist. So I am thinking of, going on to UTech to study media communications.
Well, we wish you all the success that life has to offer as you go to study.
Thank you so much.
But before you go, for you, in terms of the subjects, that you're doing in sixth form, what areas are you covering?
So I'm currently doing tourism. I do management.
Tourism, first time I'm hearing that one.
Tourism management.
Right.
I do management of business. I do sociology, and I do communications.
So it sounds like you plan to be involved one way or another in the field of hospitality, tourism.
Well, yes, and business in a sense.
And how far do you hope to take it, or or are you planning to use it like a stepping stone?
Well, yeah, I would say like a stepping stone.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, listeners, if you're just tuning in, this is both sides of the story here on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. We've been covering the sixth annual Black River High School Step into the Future program under the theme Reigniting the Path to My Destiny. And we've been interacting with the faculty at the school, we've been interacting with the students themselves. In fact, right now, we've been talking with Tiana Mullings. What about sports, Tiana? Are you into sports?
As it relates to sports, no, I'm not into any sports currently.
What about other extracurricular activities?
Well, yes, I am the secretary of my club, which is the Interact Club of the Black River High School.
What's the purpose of that institute?
Well, as the name suggests, basically interacting with our peers and persons outside of the school. For our last event, which was December of last year, we went to a basic school in the district in the parish, and we basically interacted with them. We read stories and we sang songs. And yeah.
Oh, very nice. Speaking of singing, you are quite a good singer as well.
No.
No, it's not you. You don't sing at all.
No. And I'm also a part of the prefect body at the school.
What is that like? Your fellow students take you seriously when you talk to them, when you have to admonish them or to them the lower school? Not that easy with the big students, so to speak. But you still seem to be able to manage the school from a student leadership.
Well, yes.
Well, hold it right there. So who's next now? So we're going to talk with Raheem, is it? All right, Raheem. Thank you very much, Tiana. It's been a pleasure.
You're welcome.
Take care.
You too.
Bye-bye. And so let's have a word now when we come back from this break with Raheem Smith. Raheem is a sixth former. Yes, sixth former. Let's take the break and come back with more in just a moment as we welcome those who are joining us online. Biju in New York. Hello to you. Jamaican American Association of Central Florida. Good to have you on board as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. And those on YouTube as well. Thank you and all the very best. Let's take the break and come back.
Can I see some hands? So much hands. Well, I don't know which one to choose. So much hands. Who am I? Where am I going? How will I get there? Louis, who are you? Where are
Picture
you
time.
going? How will you get there? We're listening. Oh, you can't tell me on the air. You have to tell me on the mic. I can't hear if you don't talk on the mic. To tell us some positive personality traits. I am no real. I love children. That's my issue. Being a kid. They're not hearing us. So you have to talk louder. I'm a global person. I love children. That's my issue. Alright? So she says she's a Georgian person who loves children and she wants to become a pediatrician. Who else would like to share? Who am I? Where am I going? How will I get there?
I am telling you, I'm going to. No, I am telling. I am going.
This is Janae and he's going into not him, and he's going into the future. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Who else would like to share?
Let's see.
I'm Ashton Rhodes and I love guns. That's what it's told soldier.
Ashton loves to fire shots. Interesting. Who else? Who am I? Where am I going? How will I get there? My name is Samantha. I'm going around the world with what I love. And how do I get there? By taking the person. I love fashion. But I read a lot. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing. I am Daniel Robinson and I love to act, so I'll be a leader. Very good. Thank you for sharing. Who else? Is there anybody else who would like to share with us who they are, where they're going, how will they get there?
My name is David Baxter. I'm going to be an engineer. I'm going to be an my mother.
Did you guys hear that?
Y ahora es en español, son las 4:04, que la retiro conseil 4 现在TDN 4:04 4 minutes past 4 o'clock in the afternoon here at Bennett's Catering Hall in Luana, St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. Have you had a checkup lately? If not, now is a good time. Let's not wait till we get sick to get a checkup. How about that? Checking in with more on your program, both sides of the story, Power 106 FM. Good afternoon to the members of the Jamaican American Association of Central Florida who are following us. Welcome. Velto Wilson is also online watching and greeting us. Good afternoon, Velto Wilson. Where, if you're just tuning in, my name is Dervan Malcolm. We're live at Bennett's Catering Hall in Luana, St. Elizabeth. As we said, we're here for the Black River High School Step into the Future program, their 6th annual staging of the event for grade 11 and the sixth form students. The theme is reigniting the path to my destiny. And now we're going to speak with Raheem Smith, a sixth former at Black River High School. Good afternoon to you, Raheem. How are you?
Quite fine.
So, are you another of those students who started at Black River High School in sixth form, or have you been there from the very beginning in grade
Here
7?
from grade 7.
And what has that journey been like for you?
That's been quite a journey, because well, I've been a delinquent during these years of school, but yeah, to get what I'm supposed to be done, but work, yeah. From 7th grade on, of course, in the first year, fresh, then you settle in as a come along 8th grade, 9th grade, report started to pick in and focusing still a little bit more again. But it has been quite an big journey, coming up to 11th grade.
So, when did you sober up? When did you say, you know what, put fun and joke aside, time to get the work done?
Well, CXC time, a little bit before to be exact,
Mhm.
had to start buckling down and said, yeah, I have to get something done out of these 5 years.
Were you able to stem the tide?
Yes, man, I got 7 CXCs and 2 CXCs.
I'm impressed.
Yeah,
Seven CXCs
they
and
were
two
all
city
were
and guilds.
as a delinquent. They were delinquents.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what caused the change? I mean, you could have continued down that slippery slope.
Well, the potential has been there from morning. They've been saying that, but uh, well, so
Just that you didn't allow that light, your light, to shine at that time.
yeah. But
But it's shining now.
yes, what's supposed to be done has been done.
That's right. So, what are the subjects you have already under your belt?
I have maths, English, IT, HSB,
What's HSB again?
so human and social biology,
Okay.
information technology, principle of business, and there's one also agriculture science.
Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, agriculture.
Are you serious about agriculture, or you're just doing it to get a good grade?
Quite serious, and I'm hands-on. I have a few goats as well.
How did you come by those goats?
I think it was my grandfather or someone that gave me one a long time ago, and he kept on breeding and breeding until quite a few now.
So you're a goat farmer now.
Yeah, I have quite a few.
So you are the one who has to take care of the goats and take care of your schooling at the same time. What has that been like?
Mixing it with the school, I have learned from agriculture and
And apply what you've learned in real life. That's very good. So how many goats you have now?
it's about a dozen to be honest.
A dozen. And are they ready to become food or not yet?
Some I have made some food already to be even since here. Yes.
Very good. And what can you say about your time at Black River High School? Apart from what you've told us already, and you clearly made a rapid transformation, but in terms of life at Black River High School.
It's quite interesting, the
Thank you.
uh,
This is the part that all I've been waiting for, don't it?
from
No,
coming up,
no, so like no
it's
waste
been
my
very
time,
interesting. It has been
I'm gonna be giving you some time
ups
to
and
make up your
downs,
mind.
suspension.
And while you're making up your mind, I want to show some love and appreciation.
What would you say
Some
up
love
to
and
now has made the
appreciation
difference for
to
you
some
in
students
terms of
who
your time
assisted in the
at Black River
fundraising
High School?
event. They work really hard. That
Get the
it is
support,
possible for you
for
to
coming
be
at the
here.
school for
So
me.
Adriana Crawford,
Couldn't just come and
Tiana Mullins,
so I had to apply. And
Moya Gentry is absent, Sean Ashley, and I'm giving him the title the best salesperson, Brianna Blair, and Sabrina Francis. Clap for them, please.
December report wasn't bad as well. Got a
And we
silver.
also have Elizabeth Johnson, who is absent. And we have some token. Come on, Adriana, come Miss Fullerton, come with the token.
Oh, I love that you're doing logistics now
Come
in high school.
It's the first
Um,
And the others again,
Sanika,
so you're saying logistics,
from
entrepreneurship,
Sanika,
agriculture,
I am going to tell you something about Sanika. When we started the
IT.
fundraising event, Sanika came and Sanika gave some ideas. And she didn't stop
Our
there.
parents probably
Sanika baked cupcakes from her home, bring
Well,
to
it's good
school
talking
and
with
said
you,
at no
and
cost to us.
we
But
want to
this event will be
congratulate you
possible.
on
Alright, so then
recognizing
I wanted an inch
the things you
woman
are doing and the
who
steps you
walked
are
in
making
behind
to
her.
be able to
Her
pull
name is
back at the
Nadisha.
right
Give it
time.
up for Nadisha. Very
And
shy
yeah,
person, but trust me.
very good.
They made
Very
a
proud of you. Well
beautiful
done.
team. Had it not been for
Don't forget
them,
to take care of
I don't
Raheem
know.
Smith, telling us his
11
story
science, 11
and what
science
Black River High
students,
School
man.
has meant to him and
11
the
science
difference
students
in
make
terms
us
of
proud. And we have some
the school's
tokens of
impact on
appreciation
his
for you guys.
academic
Alright? No
performance
for the needs
and
of
as well his
matter.
involvement
We have one
in
student who went out on work
extracurricular
experience.
activities,
His
plus
name is
the fact
Davian
that
Mackenzie.
he owns a
When
boat, a
Davian
lot
came
of
from
boats,
work
he says,
experience, he didn't just come in
and
with this
matching what he's learning
evaluation
in
form.
integrated science
Davian came
with
back with
what
a
he's
letter
actually
from the
doing on the
employer
farm
giving
with
him
his boats.
credit
Wonderful.
for his work
Thanks a
attire,
lot for staying
for
with
his
us.
work attitude,
Thank you
his
for the messages. We see them
attitude, and
coming
it
in.
made
Thank
us
you.
at
Keep them
Black River
coming
High
in
School proud.
here on
So I'm
your
going to
program,
ask the
both sides
student
of the story,
to
here
collect
on
a
the
token
6
on
FM.
his behalf as the
And
best
Patrick
work-ready
Howell says,
student. Some man is not here, but you can clap.
so impressed
Where's
with
the
the
student who
maturity
is
and
to take
focus
the award for it?
of these students.
Miss White told the students,
We're happy
oh,
to hear
you're
that.
taking it on
Thank
behalf
you
of
very much.
Baby. I'm gonna continue clapping now, man. He did well, he did well, he did well. Good, good, good. And we are rolling. Say rolling. When I say step, when I say step into me, when I say step into me, when I say step into me, for all who think they're stepping into the future with this stand, for the best dressed
Said you're doing it with.
afternoon, male, female, boy, I love no country.
Okay.
Where is Miss Kelly? We have with us here this afternoon Mr. Morel
He has
and
training
Miss
on.
Kelly,
Okay.
who will be helping us
Okay,
to
no problem.
finalize the judging. And guess what?
Let's go studio.
It is there. It's 6 years now we are doing Step into the Future.
Thank you very much for staying with
The
us.
boys
here on
them
your
turn.
program.
The boys them
Sides of the
turn.
story.
Why?
I'm Dervan.
The girls them
We're
turn.
live at
Yes, I
Catering
make
Hall
our
in
job
Savannah,
so
St. Elizabeth,
difficult.
as the Black River High School Step into the
So
Future
difficult.
program continues.
But you are all
It's,
winners,
it's a
including
program
named
specifically for the
students. Clap
performance of the
yourselves
sixth
this
formers
afternoon.
and
Good, good, good,
are
good, good.
anxious
So you can
to
sit now. We're going to be calling
hear
some
from
names.
Mrs. Carlene Nelson Lake. And we want to get a sense of how the
So
synergies
we're
are
going to be
working
calling some names and you clap them
in terms of the relationships and just getting the students to do
Marcus
what they need to
Gordon.
do. And as teachers,
Come on up here.
track.
Ken Roy
We're close to the break, but
Macabar.
we can still. It's the best
Kevon
competition.
Smith.
Okay.
Kenny
Well, let me greet you
Paul.
on air formally. Good afternoon, Mrs.
Mario
Carlene. How
Cole.
are you?
Paul Samuda.
Listen to you.
Kevin J.
Listen to you all the time. It's nice meeting you in person.
Kevin.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you so much.
Matthew Moore.
All right. So from what you're hearing so far, how is the competition going?
Phyllis
Very
Walker.
well. It's very competitive.
Joshua Hamilton.
Students,
Ashton Rowe.
especially the males,
Shakoy Terry. Give it up for the boy. Give it up for the boy.
That's a
Camera
first.
one.
Because normally you would expect the females to shine in terms of fashion.
right? But this time,
The
the
young men
males
are.
are outshining them. I
Oh,
they would say they're dapper like a snapper up there.
so do you have a favorite?
Boy.
Well,
Or
I have to
you're
be
playing
politically
neutral?
correct since, I don't want to get in trouble, but they're all looking very, very
Smart.
smart in
This
their
is a top one.
very, very smart.
So we're gonna do the
So have they announced the winner for the females already? No, not yet.
So
Alright, so it's the males.
They have just started. So
see.
So what do you think about
I
him?
see. But it really is a good
What do you
feeling
think about
just
him?
to be around these students and to feel their energy
And why
and
he is nicely dressed.
their
We're
general
gonna
sense
ask him
of
to take
being
his
comfortable
seat
and at
because he's
ease
wearing a bow
among
tie and that
their
is for
colleagues,
a
their
wedding. Give it up
teachers,
for him,
etc.
Tia.
And they have all been very well behaved.
Yes.
This is the cream of the crop,
To be,
isn't it?
yes, to be honest with you, Mr. Malcolm,
Mr. Morris said, Lord
these students
Jesus.
have
Yeah, we
really
need
been
divine
outstanding in
intervention.
terms of their
Hold on, don't move.
behavior.
Tell us
All
someone
right,
just watching the clock.
give it
Let's
up
take
for
this break
number
and come back.
two. Wow. Yes, you are
16 minutes
nice and
past 4
strong.
o'clock.
Pants and the shoes, they match the shoes. So we have to keep you. We have to keep you too. We have to keep you too. No, sir.
Very tight conclusion.
So you're gonna be the judging student. Mr. Murray, what do you have to say?
The heat is on.
Mr. Murray says he cannot.
How are you doing, sir?
What do you
How are
have
you
to say?
doing?
This is, you know, Richie Flowers.
Oh,
He's our engineer.
I've
Broadcasting.
heard them
The name.
picking them up
We
on
only
their
have
side, but
two kids. One for
I'm an
first,
avid
one for
RGR,
first,
as in
one for
Radio
first
Jamaica
person.
listener
How are
over the
we
years.
going to?
So yes, I would have heard a number of the names of the
So I'm going to be calling them
broadcasters
numbers.
and
All
the
right,
engineers.
and slow this show.
And others.
We're going to go down to three.
Radio
After
Jamaica.
three, is it number one? No one. Is it number two? Is it number three? Is it number four? Is it number five?
Stand by.
Number six? Number seven?
Continuing our coverage of the Black River High School Step into the Future
Number
program
eight?
under the theme Reigniting the Path
Number
to My
nine?
Destiny. It's happening at Bennett's
Number
Catering Hall
10?
here in Lama, St. Elizabeth. Lots of screams and shouts for the young men.
11?
Yes, for the young men competing in the best dressed competition. And it seems like the young men are outpacing the young ladies. We'll give you the winners as soon as we get that information. But for right now, we're going to continue our conversation with Mrs. Carly Nelson Blake,
Number two, step
just to
forward.
get a sense of what it is like leading this cohort of students. Is it mostly the upper school students who have this conversation?
Number 12.
Marvin and myself, we are the grading coordinators. Yes, and like I was saying to you, it has not been too challenging this year leading these students. We've had them since they were in
So
grade
while
10.
you are all
Over
winners,
into
we have
grade 11.
elimination.
It has been a pleasure working with them because they are very obedient, right? And they are well behaved for the most part. Everything is not perfect, but it's a good couple of students that we really have working.
So we want
And you
only
can see
two
from
persons
their
go.
interaction.
The lowest shout.
What do you think has
Is
made
it
the difference, or
number
what do you think
one?
makes the difference for these students who, in
Is it
grade
number
7, they're
two?
green behind the ears, as the expression
Number
goes,
one, you have to step aside.
and they're up to all kinds of things, and then to see them
Number
evolve
three.
and become model students and ultimately model citizens.
Number three.
Well, I think with the school has
Number
implemented a number of
four.
programs, right,
Number five.
to
Number
help with
six.
their holistic development over the years, and as they move
Number
closer to the
seven.
ending of their high school years,
Number
they
eight.
become more mature and they understand the importance of settling down. In 10th grade, we had a mandatory
Number
program
12.
where we had a week-long series of activities. We had presenters, most of whom were past students who came in and spoke to them, talked to them about, how they interacted when they were at school, things that they had to endure, and how they made it through. So those past students would have been, are people who are, in society making their own little ways and so on. And we tell them all the time of the various past students. We just had one as a presenter today.
She was outstanding.
Very good, yes, Miss Camila Bremer Johnson, right? And we have quite a number of outstanding past students. Who we showcase to them, and tell them that they can emulate. So they have really bought into the idea that they need to step up to the plate, and of such their behavior. When we think about, when we hear what is happening in a number of the other schools, and we hear of the different incidences, and we don't have that. We have not had any such incident at Black River High School in recent times. Yes, knock on wood. We have not. So, like every Friday we have year group meeting devotions, and we always try to pick them up, so to speak. We tell them how proud we are of their behavior and tell them to keep it up. And of course, the Step into the Future initiative is also one that has helped to prepare them for helping prepare them for the world of work, and help them on the path that they should take.
And that's an important part of the work here. You mentioned the world of work, because they get exposed to areas that or work that a lot of other students don't, and so they get a head start.
Precisely, and that is very, very important. So they are not just thrown out into the deep when they go there into the world.
How many years have you been teaching?
I have been at that time. I'm in my 15th year, and by the way, I am a proud past student. And Miss Nervina Makagu is also with my fellow year supervisor for grade 11. Is also a proud past student. I graduated 1991, so I've left there 32 years. And yes, I'm happy, elated, ecstatic to be a proud teacher now of this.
Well, I was about to ask you what that feels like. The fact that it's like when I go to my old school, I mean, to this day, I'm shaking when the teacher says, "Come in, Mr. Malcolm," as in, enter the staff room, because that's out of bounds as far as I am concerned. You know?
Yes.
So,
yes.
I mean, how do you make that transition? Do you forget sometimes that you are the teacher or the student?
Well, there are times, there were couple years ago, before COVID, we usually have like teachers concerts where sometimes we're asked to wear teachers wear their own school uniform. And when I put on my uniform, they don't know me different students and this. You look younger than the students.
For the best work attire female,
yes, it's a very, very good feeling. It's a very
Shantavia
nice,
Thomas,
Brianna
Elliott, Pauline
What have you found to
Dexter,
be the best approach to
Azoria
getting
Williams,
students to do what
Chanel
they need to do,
Roy,
like finish their SBAs and their
Annabelle,
IAs and so on? Have you found a method that works, if even for some students?
Well, to be honest with you, Dervan,
So I am
it
gonna
has
be
been
Miss Kelly for
a
this one.
very
I
hard
think
task
I
because
will not come
yesterday I
again
left work
for the
with my
maid. When I say step into,
some
you say.
parts of them because
When I
most
say
of them
step
are just
into,
finished.
you say.
I've tried
I'm doing the
to
future looking
give them
good.
examples.
Yes, it is
I've
indeed.
given them, we've gone through and had extra classes. Also because I'm in the morning shift, we still on shift school. Hopefully by September we'll go to one
Yes,
shift.
the principal told us that.
Right, so I have three extra classes with them on Wednesdays since January, where we try to go through some of the SBA aspects and so on. So that has helped somewhat. But still, many
It
of them
seems to
are
be
still
right
tardy.
across the board,
So right,
because
so
I've
what?
heard of other schools where, and that the teachers do everything. They don't know what they have to do to just try and get the students to deliver, and they're still not.
Trust me, it is a very difficult task. So while their behavior is very good, very good. To get them to do the academics is a bit more challenging. So we have to keep working at that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we really hope more of them will come around and recognize that it's actually a gift that they have received. Because in our time, we didn't have any SDAs and IAs.
Is it, and that is giving them a good
And
percentage
opportunity.
of their marks
There you
before
go.
they
Was
go
it
to the
40%
exam.
in some
Or they are
instances? Or
30.
30?
Go into the exam, and they are not capitalizing on
Yeah.
this. So, we keep telling them all of these. We put it out there. We remind them. We have WhatsApp groups. But we just have to just keep doing what we have
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Because as I said, I am aware of other schools where it's the same struggle to get the students to finish their school-based assessment and internal
Absolutely,
assessment. But as you
absolutely.
said, you just have to keep trying with them, eh?
Absolutely, we cannot give up on them because many times we see students who were so tardy. Oh my God, they were so
Well, let me see if I can call a name.
slow
What's his name?
and so on. And then when you look and you see them when CXC results come, you keep trying. It's the best feeling to see that they cross over, they
Yes.
get what they're supposed to get,
Yes.
and they become successful in life. Sometimes you go there, you pass them on the road, they're a police officer, they say, Miss, you don't even remember some of them, in my little 15 years.
Yes. But to support the point you made as well, in terms of just sticking with them and just trying to keep working with them, I think it was Raheem Smith, the young man I spoke with not so long ago,
Yes, I heard.
and he proudly told this story of being his word recalcitrant at some stage in the early days, and
Yes, yes.
at some point
Crossed
he crossed over.
over.
Yes,
That
and
is good.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
man.
how,
Best
how
feeling.
how common is that scenario?
Yeah, man, very common, very common. That's why we cannot, as we said before, we can never give up on them. It's just a consistent work in progress, consistent working with them and consistently telling them that they are enough, they can do this. We are here for them. We will help them in every possible way, and gradually they will come to an understanding and realization that they have to pull up their socks. As I always tell them, I told them, burn the midnight oil, pull up your socks, because pretty soon you'll be out of here anyway.
Exactly. So put in the work now
Put in the work
so that you can reap the benefits.
later.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, it's been absolutely pleasurable having this conversation with you, as it has been with all the other members of the Black River High School family, and also the visiting students from the other schools as well. And we want to wish you and your students and the entire team all the very best as you continue to play your part, to paraphrase the national pledge, in advancing the welfare
Of
of the whole
whole
human
human
race.
race. Thank you, Mr. Malcolm. And that is something that I like to hear you saying as a teacher of social skills myself. I always love to hear you bringing these things into your broadcast, in your presentations. I particularly like to hear you say these things. So keep up the good work.
Thank you.
You are doing a very good job as a nation builder, and it was a pleasure talking with you this afternoon.
Likewise. Thanks a lot. All the best.
Thank you, and all the best to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Carleen Nelson Blake, sharing with us here on both sides of the story as we continue our coverage of the Black River High School Step into the Future program under the theme Reigniting the Path to My Destiny. It's happening here at Bennett's Catering Hall in Luana, St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. Wherever in the world you are listening and watching, thank you very much. We're live on Facebook and also on YouTube. And big up continues to the naming of the best dressed boy and the best dressed girl. Those announcements haven't been made yet. We will see how it all unfolds. So let me see now. My next guest is.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Althea Reed from Nain High School.
Good
And
afternoon
I'm
to you,
gonna announce the
Althea Reed
winner.
of Lane High School. How are you?
I am doing well, thank you. And you?
I am fine, thanks.
Great.
Stay where you are after the break. We want to hear what's happening at your school.
Okay, I will.
So the judges are deliberating, and the judges' decision is final. I'm gonna announce the winner
Althea
based
Reed,
on the
right?
judges'
Yes.
deliberation, and it is number 2. And second place goes to
Not
number
yet.
1.
What's the position? Sorry.
So it makes
Experience
our job.
coordinator.
I beg your pardon.
Yes, sorry.
It's all right.
So I'm gonna
Grade
leave
11
them.
supervisor.
Back to the maids. Females, come over here and take
Leader
your
of the Red Cross Club.
Okay. Stand by. Let's go, studio. ¿Qué hora es en español? Son las 5 menos 29. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 5 heures moins 29. 现在 TDN 5点 cha r 10:9 29 minutes to make that now 28 minutes to 5 o'clock in the afternoon here at Bennett's Catering Hall, Luana, St. Elizabeth, for the Black River High School Step into the Future program under the theme Reigniting the Path to My Destiny. Good afternoon to all the schoolers listening to us, all the students from the early childhood level to the secondary level. Have you done your homework yet? If not, now is a good time. We trust you had a productive day of learning at school today. Hope you also managed to get in some physical activity, just as important as mental activity. As we always say, young people, socialization makes you educable, education makes you trainable, training makes you employable, and the right attitude makes you successful. Homework time, young people. Joining us now is a lady who has long done her homework. That's why she's the work experience coordinator, for, grade 11 supervisor, leader of the Red Cross Club, all for Maine High School. Ms. Althea Reed, how are you?
I am great. And you?
I am fine, thanks. You seem to have quite a rosy relationship between Maine High School and Black River High School.
Yes. I have been in the team, the work experience team with Mrs. Davis Watson. So we work together as work experience coordinators.
And how successful would you say has the program, the work experience program, been from your experience?
It has been very successful at Nain. A lot of our workstation supervisors, they were asking for extension beyond the 2 weeks. Yes,
Meaning
and
they wanted
right
the
to go beyond the 2 weeks, longer than the 2 weeks. Some of our students were actually given stipend. Some actually had holiday jobs, and some will go for jobs during the summer holiday.
very good. So this has been going on for quite a number of years now, hasn't it?
We started the work experience program at NAIN in 2019.
And what impact did COVID-19 have
Well,
on the program?
it's never impacted that much because students were able to do the program, most of them internal in their skill areas.
Oh,
Yes, so we got creative, and while they were not able to go out per se, we had them doing that internally.
and for those who are unfamiliar with Nain High School, maybe they've never been. and they want to get an idea of what kind of institution is Nain High School. How would you describe Nain High School to the uninitiated?
Well, Nain High School, we're strategically located in Nain, right across from Alpha Artisco. And Nain we have been working very hard with our students because our students are not, majority of them, they are not academically inclined. We do offer a lot of skill areas, and so we are catering to their needs in that way.
And has that program been going?
It has been going pretty well. However, we would like to add some more programs like construction, motor vehicle repairs, and so on. But as you know, it will take some time for us to have those actions.
Oh, absolutely, that is true. And for you personally, how does it feel to be uh, associated with a school like Nain High School? I mean, what kind of satisfaction do you get serving at an institution like Nain High School?
Well, as the saying goes, teamwork makes the dream work, and as academic, ancillary, and administrative staff, we work together closely to achieve whatever we have set out to achieve.
Very well. Do you yet have a past students association?
Yes, and that would come under the umbrella of our guidance council.
Very good. So, is it fair to say you get a fair amount of support from past
Yes, to
students?
some extent, yes.
That's very good. Well, it's good talking with you. We hope one of these days we get the opportunity to join you on the campus at Nain High School in Brockton.
I'm going to make sure that you're invited, not long from now.
We look forward to that.
All right, thanks for having me.
It's been a pleasure.
All right.
Thank you too. Take care. Listeners, that's Ms. Althea Reed, Work Experience Coordinator, Grade 11 Supervisor, and leader of the Red Cross Club at Nain High School in St. Elizabeth. And now we're going to speak with you know something? It's the hair. I'm going to blame it on the hair. You women are amazing. I see you today and you have a particular style and you're easily recognizable. And the next day it's a different and you're like, wait a minute, who's this again? Well, you're looking as youthful as ever.
Thank you, thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Now, this program, I was saying earlier this afternoon, I think I was saying it to Ms. Johnson, you know, and that whatever happened, the part of the program, and I don't know if it was new, in terms of having a past student tell his or her story. And it was a most compelling story that
Tamilia Johnson.
Tamilia Johnson, yes. A most compelling story. And right away I said, you know something, I hope that this will now be a permanent feature, a fixture on the program. To always have a past student to chronicle his or her time.
So Miss Johnson, the first year we had Step Into the Future, she was a part of the program. Then she was invited. Having heard about her achievements, I said we must have her here because she must have something inspire her students about her pathway. And then that will ignite some spark in them for them to press forward and achieve what they want.
Well, sparks were flying all over the hall.
I know. Yes, and we're happy to have.
Did you ever imagine that all of what has happened since this Step Into the Future program, all of that has happened and is still happening? Is this what you imagine? Is this how you imagine that the program would have evolved?
I I was not expecting anything like this, Dervan. But the first year when we introduced it, I said, oh, it was given birth out of a particular reason. So now being the work experience coordinator, and I started talking to the students, and each year I said to them, we had this program called Step into the Future. They said, Miss, we want to be a part of it. You can't give it to one set of students and don't give it to us. And for this year, when we have some sixth formers who were part of the program last year, they were the ones who campaigned for us this year to tell this present set of grade 11 students that, look, you cannot miss this. It's an experience to remember. And I'm happy that they are here. And we learning something that it can keep them from now.
Have you been checking around generally, making inquiries to find out how unique this program is? Because as far as I'm aware, whatever little exposure I've had, I've never seen this consistency of purpose as far as the Step into the Future program.
All right. So when we meet as work experience coordinators, and I told them about the program that I envisioned. A matter of fact, I was cosmetology teacher at Blackwood High School, and when I got the position of work experience coordinator, I was working on Miss Gordon, Elizabeth Gordon's hair, and I said, Miss Gordon, I don't like how our students look. I need to do something to announce what Black River has going for it. And we sat down together and we penciled out the program, and from then everywhere I go and I say step into the future. When I told Miss Natalie Nugent about the Step into the Future program, she said, I want to know about this program. So that's why you see her here today. All my friends here in Florida talking about Step into the Future. They give the same response like what they're doing. They have never heard anything like this, and we're to keep it going. A matter of fact, persons are saying to me today, some persons who came and had to leave earlier, say, is your program copyright? I said, yes, you have to come to me for any information that you need. So they say, okay, we're going to ask you to come to us and guide us along this path so we can have something like this. It's amazing. Students and teachers look forward to this program on a yearly basis, and our principal is 100% behind us.
That support is key.
Right. He is behind us 100%. And I must say, for the stream, right.
So when does planning start for the next iteration of Step into the Future?
All right. It's a never-ending journey because right now I have the second set of students or grade 10 students who will be going out next year on work experience. So it's a program that each year you have to start put things in place and don't allow time to catch because we saw sponsorship in a program like this.
Looks like they have a gift for you, or they want to specially thank you. Okay. Yes.
So the planning begins as we get back to school. We start off each year with the planning with the health permit, that's their food and drug permit and their business permit. So we put that in place, and then we move forward, getting all letters to the workplaces, and sorting out the best possible time not to interfere with the school curricular activities that we can get these programs in place. However, Step into the Future in particular begins every January where we have a series of seminars right up until March where we have our community events.
And clearly it continues to grow in terms of interest and support. Tell us about your partners in terms of sponsors, contributors,
I can tell you that the Black River business community, they support us a lot. Santa Cruz is on board with us, and as far as Westmoreland is on board with us.
and certainly with that kind of support, the program can only grow and get better.
I'm looking forward to the day when the two corridors here will be filled with all our students. We have a cohort of about 260 students, approximately 300 with our six formers because we have now extended the program to 6 formers. And I am hoping and praying the day will come when we get here, the entire cohort of grade 11 and the 12 and 13 graders will be here to be a part of it.
Well, I have no doubt, no doubt whatsoever that it will happen.
I am hoping and praying.
Yes. Well, we certainly want to commend you and your stick to itiveness, or as as Miss Johnson says, what did she say? Stick with it.
Yes.
Stick with it.
Right. And you, Dervan, we want to thank you for being our partner.
Happy,
We're
happy
never
to
ever
oblige.
tired of you.
Well, I'm humbled to hear you say
Right,
that.
we're never ever tired of you. You might be wondering, all the time, no, we are never ever tired of you. A matter of fact, when we go into the planning session, the first person they ask for, will Dervan be our speaker again or without a doubt? Right. So thank you for being on board with us.
Happy to oblige and thank you. Well done.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All the best.
Thank you.
Okay, Mrs. Eileen Davis Watson, the work experience coordinator at Black River High School, speaking with us here on both sides of the story. After the break, it will be time to wrap.
No, man, give yourself a big clap on that. Right. For Miss Gordon, as I mentioned, she said, but I was also mentioned Miss Gordon. She's one of the persons on the board really doing the running around and so on. Also, Miss Fullerton. There's some persons who, despite being members of the team,
No, it happens to me a lot, you know.
they go over and beyond.
I see somebody else, even Tamila,
are three persons who come
because I was getting ready to come out of the car. I saw this young lady walking up to the car, and I'm trying to remember, who is this again? And I just met her for the first time on Tuesday. I did a broadcast from a service station, which is one of the businesses under her portfolio. And I just trying to remember. And then she gave me a clue or two. But I'm saying it's amazing the difference. You women get me all the time because I'm looking for you. I mean, as in the last time I saw you, whenever that last time was. But by the time I see you next, I'm like, hold on, because you change the hairstyle, whether from upsweep to ponytail, whatever, you know.
And the styles do make a difference.
Yes.
Different.
Yes. And being a stylist yourself.
Right. That's my first love.
No, ma, we have time. We have time. This is the last break we have taken. So we come back. Thank yous. Yeah, and you don't even have to rush it. You will have more than enough time to just say thank you, and call out all the names that you feel like calling. That's fine. That's fine.
You see, our program started in January, so we have been getting sponsors for all the seminars that we have had.
Excellent. All right, stand by. Let's go, studio. ¿Qué hora es en español? Son las 5 menos 12. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 5 heures moins 12. 现在几点了？5点加12分. 12 minutes to 5 o'clock in the afternoon here at Bennett's Catering Hall in Luana, St. Elizabeth. This is the venue for Black River High School's Step into the Future program under the theme Reigniting the Path to My Destiny. We're joined at our table now by another of our... Okay, hold on. Where I go again?
Second page, Elizabeth Gordon.
Yes. Thank you very much. There we go. Because I was talking about. But anyway, Elizabeth Gordon is going to do all the thank yous now. Correct? And so it's important that we ensure that all our guests, all our sponsors are recognized. And so she's taking up her place now. So listen up. We are encouraging your support for all these sponsors who are supporting education. How about that? Let's hand you over now to Elizabeth Gordon. Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm. I'm doing well, thanks. And how are you doing?
I am fine, thanks. You and your colleague did a wonderful job emceeing today.
Well, thank you very
You,
much.
you seem to work well together.
It's our first time, actually, but it did go well. I'll agree to that.
Excellent, excellent. So it's all yours. Take it away in terms of the thank yous.
Okay, well, we must extend gratitude to several organizations, persons who were very involved in making today's activity a reality. And based on feedback from presenters, from students, I do believe that it went well, beneficial to students in particular. So, in terms of sponsors, we must first and foremost extend thanks to the RGR group of companies and Power 106. Mr. Malcolm, to you for coming to us for the sixth year with your program and not just
I've been trying
airing
to remember, if it's really six, if I've done 6 years for real.
when
Yeah,
5 years,
it's five, five
five
out of the
years,
six.
yes.
Yes,
But I mean, you have
close
become such
enough.
a part of it because you not only come with both sides of the story, but you also present to our students very, very good information. I mean, I grabbed the iPod that you offered today, I must say. Also, we'd like to say thank you to Evan Beccari, Bus Services, Lance McIntyre Bus Service, Ricardo Stationery, TBS Novelties, Bioden Chemicals, Kenneth Todd Bus Service, Brown's Auto, C&S Services, Mobile City Plus, Hodges Aggregates, and Powders Limited. Also, there is Seaview Pharmacy, which is in White House, Westmoreland. And in both Black River and Santa Cruz, we have In-Town Super Center. In Black River as well, we have Express Mirrors and Glass. Then there's JA Deals, Black River Safari, New Walters Pharmacy, Paulie's Pharmacy, St. West Pharmacy. Sound like we're very healthy down here, right?
Absolutely.
In addition, we'd like to say thank you to Councillor Dwight Salmon of the Black River Division, Sagicor Bank, Hendricks and Company, which is right here in Black River on the Wharf, Ultimate Beauty Spa in Santa Cruz, Tiny Tots in Santa Cruz. Of course, our host for today's program, Bennett's Catering Hall, right here in Lorna. And then at the Fern Village in Santa Cruz, we have Gillian's Nail Spa, Trending Fashion, and the Santa Cruz Pharmacy. In addition, we have Miss Jean Roll, and right here in Black River, we must acknowledge Wilton Company, that's Juicy Patties. As well, we must say thank you to M&J Windows Sales and Services.
Yes, indeed. We spoke with Mr. Wright earlier on.
Good. And you'd have heard that the program actually started in January. So we had presenters for almost every Friday or almost every week since January. A few days were, excluded based on different activities being held. And we'd like to also say thank you to those presenters over that period of time in addition to today. So we had from Cybercrime, DSP Warren Williams, Trisha Reed.
We need this. Somebody asked me to get him for a program. Yes. So I'll take his details off air.
Okay, and
Yes.
one of the things is you would have remembered him coming here with us last year, and based on the impact and the wealth of information he had to share, we invited him to come during the week when we had a larger number of students present. So, students were really able to hear about cybercrime.
Yeah, man.
And
He's
some
very,
of-
very engaging.
Right.
Yes.
And the information that he had to offer, some of us may take it for granted, being online,
Yes.
not realizing how much we put ourselves at risk sometimes.
That's
so
right.
it was important for him to come in and share with our students. And then we also had Andrea Smith and we had Trisha Reed, who came all the way from Farringdon, Old Harbour, St. Catherine, and she has been coming from Shades of Elegance Beauty Salon to speak with our students about dress and deportment.
Nice.
And one of our own, Anika Maya, she did dining etiquette with the students so that they'd be a little more comfortable for today's event. And then from what we previously called the Child Care Development Agency, we had Miss Roy who came in and spoke with them about teenage pregnancy and drug abuse. Because, we have heard in the news about Molly and other substances which they are at risk of being exposed to. And then for today, we had with us from
the Ministry of Education, one of the education officers, Mrs. Natalie Nugent, welcome, who came in and spoke about the benefits of work experience, because really that is where the program came from, the work experience program. And then one of our past students, who much mention has been made